Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Clockwork Cantina, episode 91 of this lovely show. I'm one of your hosts, Josh902. Sitting on this panel with me is the co-host on the other end of the screen there.
I am DT3. Hello, everyone. And we have a guest today. Oh my God.
We have a special guest with us. Let me turn Daniel up.
There she is in the middle there. Ha 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 ha. So as you guys can read, our special guest is Miss NastyStig herself.
Yes.
She's over here repping the merch. Let's go. Very nice. But yeah, we are here. We are here to talk about some Donnie Darko, which of course will be in the latter half of the show. But yeah, I was thinking like, yo, well, it didn't occur to me until it was like kind of late. I was like, wait a minute, Hannah loves Donnie Darko. She literally told me, like, if you're gonna watch this, like, I need to be there. And like she told me like how she has all this like Donnie Darko stuff on her wall and whatnot. And I'm like, well, damn, you gotta have her on then. Right? Like it would just make sense to have her on here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hannah, you wanna go ahead and introduce yourself
Hello
to the peoples?
I'm Hannah. Stig if you're nasty, you know. I love Donnie Darko.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
She sure does.
So it was my first time watching it, and I think it was Daniel's first time watching it.
It was also my first time watching it. Yeah, we'll get into that a bit later. But yeah, I man, that's that movie's something, and I mean that in a good way. Like it was pretty damn good. Like yeah, we'll get into it later for sure. So
yeah. Before we get fully into it, by the way,
episode 91.
Let me just say, if there's any overlay issues, just say them in the chat, and I'll try to fix them. Because I had to fix something really quick before we started that I realized I screwed up. So I think everything's working good, but let me know. Daniel, please continue. I apologize.
No, we're episode 91. Got another retro rewind for you here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Donnie Darko. It's so how we usually do this is like, well, for the retro rewinds, that is like I'll choose one month, and then like Josh's pick will be the next one next time. So this one was my choice. I'd been wanting to check this one out for a long time. I've always heard about how people we're talking about it and whatnot. So it was, I figured it was about time, like 20 years later or whatever, right, to finally check this movie out. But yeah, like I said, we'll get into it for sure a bit later. But that's today's show. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, I don't know what you're doing here. Go watch it and then come back. But
yeah,
it'll be fun though. It'll be fun though, because it's a heck of a movie.
It's you can see it almost anywhere. By the way, I watched this movie for free on like an IMDb with ads, like So that is a thing, and I'm dropping frames. Great, perfect, right on. What I was gonna say is I love doing the retro rewinds because it gives us a chance usually to watch something we haven't seen in a long time or something brand new like this. So it's one of my favorite things that we do. When we came across the retro idea, we struck gold, Daniel. Just want to say it's one of my favorite things. Absolutely. But yeah, we usually start these things off by talking about what we've been up to the past week. I don't know why. I guess because we're on a Tuesday, I was like, how do we do this show again? And then it hit me. Yeah, we usually talk about what we've been up to.
Same way we always do.
Yeah, exactly. So we got some things to talk about what we've been up to.
Indeed.
So Daniel, if you want to start us off on what you've been up to.
Sure. Well, over the past week, been been watching some. Been trying to watch some shows. Been trying to uh, play some games, but I've mostly been playing one game more so than others. But
I'll say.
uh so as you know, we've been doing a little bit of some Spider-Man group watches. We watched Spider-Verse, which was the last one that we had to watch. Hannah was there for that one as well. We showing our friend Alex Pants some of the Spider-Man movies that she'd been missing out on. So we finally got to that one. Great as always. I played a little bit of Red Dead Online, a little bit of Pathfinder, a little bit of Overcooked 2, a little bit of Marbles on stream, for stream. I started that game Get Even, and as I look at Hannah's face because she don't like that game, uh, she don't like it at all. And then I played a little bit of Left 4 Dead yesterday. I was actually in a co-stream, or not a co-stream. I was I was guessing somebody else's stream, and played a little bit of that. That game's always fun, man. I like me some Left 4 Dead, man.
Yeah.
Like that's always good stuff. But the main game that I've been playing a lot is New World, which has been out for what, like a week now or something. I forget how long exactly.
Something like that.
But within the week that it's been out, I have like 69 hours into the game already, or something like that.
Nice.
And yes, I knew it. Somebody had to say it. So yeah, I had I have I've been playing that game a lot. I'm gonna continue to play that game too. It's I don't know, man. It's just such a fun game, dude. Like just to like lose yourself in and hang around in for a while, you know. And then of course I watched I watched the newest episode of What If, which by the way, tonight, I guess midnight finale of What If. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. And then, people have been talking about this show on Netflix, this Korean show called Squid Game that everybody and they moms has been watching, dude. Literally everyone is talking about this damn show. So I decided to binge it all in one night, and I checked it out. I watched it all. It was I enjoyed it. It was pretty crazy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually curious to hear more people's thoughts on that, because yeah, there's some pretty nutty stuff in that. But yeah, I watched all 9 episodes. And then literally last night there was another Netflix show people have been talking about called Midnight Mass. So I started that, and I watched the first 3 episodes of that. I haven't finished it all yet, but I watched the first 3 episodes. And if anybody has ever seen like Haunting of Hill House, or like the Bly Manor ones, it kind of reminds me like of like a season 3 of that, because they even use some of the same actors. Like Kate Siegel is in that, and what's the homie's name from E.T.? The dude, the he's not a kid anymore, but he was Elliot from E.T. and he's a grown ass man now. But he was in those shows, and he's in this one as well as like the dad character or whatever again. But he's in this, like I said, and yeah, it's that's pretty crazy, man. Too, like I as you would imagine by the name Midnight Mass, it definitely is a little there's some religious things in there, but it's pretty nutty too, though. Like I'm only 3 episodes in, and I'm curious to see how you know how it's gonna go. But yeah, it's been pretty good. So I'll definitely be checking out the rest within the next week, and then I'll report back to you guys on how that is next time. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been up to. Is basically just watching shows and fucking playing a shit ton of New World.
Got you. Yeah, I know you've been on that New World kick. You and quite a few of the others. I've adopted a wait and see approach. Mostly, I was just waiting for the queues to die down before I try to hop in and do stuff. So
yeah, the past several days there haven't been any for me, so I'm glad that's over. Because yeah, at the beginning, man, I had to wait hours to get into the fucking game, dude. But I'm glad that's over now.
That's like the thing whenever there's a new MMO launch. As a veteran MMO player, whenever there is something new that everybody wants to try, the queues are great. The unintentional DDoSing that happens is just the best. But it seems like It seems like the stuff was fairly stable, other than like, yeah, we had to put in queues because they had a lot of people playing, so that's pretty cool. I know they were running promotions on Twitch that are still ongoing, so go get your skins if you watch any of those Twitch streamers and you're playing New World and want to get your drops. I'm sure they're still dropping out there. Let's talk about what I've been up to, because mostly what I've been up to is not sleeping, because I don't sleep anymore. I'm just a zombie all the time. I've played a smidge of Pathfinder. That's the other thing, is I haven't played any video games really. I feel like in like seriously in like a couple like weeks. Like I'll hop on and do a smidge of Pathfinder just to try to keep it going, and I'm just like I don't play anything. So I don't know what's going on with me. But I had an idea of it because I had a migraine from hell on Saturday. I did put that in what have you done this past week, and the reason I put it in here is because like, one, migraines suck, and two, it stole my whole Saturday from me. My whole Saturday was gone. It robbed it. It took it away. It took it out back and shot it. It's not right. It took my whole day away. But yeah, and it took me like, for those of you that have had migraines, I know some of you in chat have definitely had them. It is the worst kind of pain. You can only crawl into like a dark room and hug a pillow and hopefully pass the fuck out. And then when you wake up, it's gone, if you're lucky. But yeah, I was playing Pathfinder, feeling good, and then I was like, my vision is all fucked up. So I immediately know, oh great, there's a migraine coming, because like there's so many different kinds. And this one was like an ocular one, so you start to see shit in like your vision, or it kind of like blocks light out, and like makes spots appear. It's a little scary at first if you've never had it, because you're immediately like, oh great, I'm having a stroke and I'm gonna die. That is not what was happening. So my vision got screwed up, and I was like, okay, well my head's not hurting yet, so I know it's coming. That's the weirdest thing, is like I knew it was gonna happen before it happened because all the other signs happened, right? So yeah, it took my whole Saturday, and then it takes a couple days afterwards for me to get back to normal. So that if I'm a little strange today, that's probably why. I'm still probably not like 100%. It's weird. Let's see. Mostly I've just been watching a lot of YouTube stuff. Some Let's Plays, some reactions, things like that. Yeah. Oh, my Lord of the Rings PDFs came out. For those of you that don't know, they were a Kickstarter by Free League? Is it Free League? Let me go look really quick. I want to get the information right. Boop. Making me log in that Kickstarter. Get out of here. It is, where did it go? Here we go. Yes, by Free League. They put out a second edition of their One Ring role-playing game. The PDFs are out. I backed the mega copy, so I got all the shit. I haven't got to go into it in depth yet. But I got the let me open up the folder here. I got the core rules, I got the lore master screen, I got maps, item cards, like the whole starter set. Like I got the whole deal. I got all the PDFs. I have not gotten a chance to go in depth to any of that stuff yet. But we talk about tabletop stuff on here a lot, so figured I'd mention that. And since we're on Kickstarters, so my Kickstarter physical stuff got shipped today, or not shipped, arrived, came here today. These epic battle maps. I got 2 books. So these are battle maps for if you are playing a tabletop role-playing game. I think these are mostly fantasy themed. Maps. Yeah. So you've seen, Daniel, you've seen the other ones I have that are gigantic, right? Yeah. The big thick ones. So these are actually much more portable. So these I'm really glad came. The reason I got 2 of them is that you can put maps together if you have 2 of the same book. So Like I could put two boats or ships next to each other, or I could make a complete castle. They fold out, drop like that. There you go. Here's a battle map. Wow, that's big. That is a gigantic map. Holy shit. It literally came right before we started the show. Just about. So I haven't got
Just
to
in
look at these too
time.
much. Yeah, I haven't got to look at these too much, but if you ever see me in person, odds are I will have these with me because wherever I go, I take a whole trunk of D&D shit with me at all times. So yeah, those came, and I look forward to getting to mess with those a bit. My Halloween costume arrived. It's over there.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, so like we'll be doing
I'm
our
still
little get together and stuff for that.
I'm still waiting for one of my things to arrive. So hopefully I'll get here soon-ish. But we'll see.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I have some other things that are supposed to be coming too, and I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna get here in time, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't. What I have been doing a lot of is watching movies. And I don't know what possessed me to do this. I am not even like a big fan of the series, to be honest with you. I've never read the books, I've only ever seen the movies. But I was scrolling down HBO Max and I was like, man, what can I just watch? And I was like, oh, I haven't watched Harry Potter in fucking forever. So,
Oh, damn.
Let me fix Hannah's camera here. And it wigged out. So I started watching like, it's weird because I haven't seen them in so long, and like I was like their age when they were making these movies, and it's so weird. Like when I look at them, I'm like, oh my god, they're babies, and then I remember, wait, I was a
Like,
baby too during this time.
So was I. Yeah.
So was I. I was a baby, and
So did you watch these like as they were coming out?
I did. I watched most of them like back when they came out. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
like for
but
me,
it's been
I never
forever.
I never really had that connection to Harry Potter. Like I never read the books in school. I didn't watch the movies as they were coming out. I to be honest, I didn't watch the movies until like a couple of years ago for the first time, and
Right?
I've only seen them like all once. So I don't have that Harry Potter connection like other people do. Because at the time, those movies came out in the early 2000s. I was watching like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I wasn't like super, like I say, even the books, like, I remember them being huge, like, in
Yeah.
school and stuff, but like I just never got into it.
Well, that's the thing. I'm kind of the same as you, actually, but I still saw them when they came out because I have two older sisters, I think, and I don't know if they were huge in the Harry Potter, but they always got like the movies. So as a consequence, I would also see the movies. But yeah, I don't have like a huge connection to that universe really. I remember the books being huge in school, at least up to the point where I started being homeschooled. And then I've seen every movie one time, at least once. Previously before this, so now I've seen them all again. And it's always interesting going back and watching something as an adult from when you were a kid, right? Because like everything hits a little different when you're older. Like there's definitely some more like emotional things that kind of hit me more. I was like, man, I didn't understand this as a child. I didn't understand what this meant.
Yeah, that tends to happen a lot with like stuff. Like when you watch when you're younger, you watch it for what it is, and then later on you watch when you're older, you're like, oh shit, that literally hits different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched. I didn't even say which ones I watched. I watched Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Philosopher's Stone, Chamber
That's
of
kind of
Secrets.
funny how that has like two different names, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I'm looking them up because I've watched a bunch of them in like back to back to back to back, and I can't remember all the fucking names.
So I've seen them all once, and what I remember liking like the last ones more, like the last two. I forget which one of the two I like more, but for some reason I ended up liking that more. I don't know. It just
From like, um, from like Order of the Phoenix, that one forward, I like those more. Although I like them all. There's just like it's just different because like the ages, right? Because like before
yeah,
that, it's like they're
because
younger,
you're
so it's
children in the
geared
first one,
younger.
right? And then
Yeah,
and like they grow with each one. Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I
Um,
will say that the soundtrack, some of them are pretty good. Like
hmm
I think Azkaban has a pretty like dope ass soundtrack. Yeah, like there's some good music in that. So in
yes.
the chat Val says that Loki and Her's first date was the second movie for Harry Potter, so it's big in her life. Okay,
Hey Val,
nice, nice,
uh,
nice.
that's
And then yeah,
awesome.
so yeah, the difference between the names is uh like the American and the British version or whatever. Yeah, from the between the sorcerer and the philosopher's stone or whatever, and
Yeah,
Canna, which Hannah, you could say you can talk if you want, like you don't
yeah.
have to
Hannah,
stay quiet.
please jump in.
Uh,
Yeah, hop.
she
We
she
speak. It's
says
cool.
that Canada was the philosopher's stone as well. So yeah, you could just say it, Hannah. It's all good. Um, that's
Jump
cool.
in.
I don't know.
Jump in
That's
anytime you
actually
want to.
that's actually interesting. That is the interesting thing because Canada has like a bit of both, right? Like you got like Canada and over there, you guys spell stuff with U's, right? Like, is that a thing? That's a thing you guys do, right? With words, like how like flavor has like a extra U in it for like the Brits, and for us there isn't. And then like what's another thing? You guys say Z instead of Z. Like we say Z, you guys say Z. That kind of thing. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's just funny how things change for different countries and whatnot. Uh, yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, Val, it's a funny one, but hey, man, that's just the difference in the language. Like it's the same language, but like it's different in different countries. That's all. I always found that to be funny. But anyway, so yeah, that's cool. You watch Harry Potter again.
yeah. I've seen them. I seen them all. I watched them all except for the very last movie, which
Mm.
don't know why. Like maybe it's the video game. I was thinking about the Harry Potter video game the other day. That's supposed to be that is coming, right? Like it's supposed to come next year.
Right, yeah, it's called like what is it called? Hogwarts
Where it's
Legacy
Legacy or
or
something like that.
I don't hold on. What is that game called? Oh yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. Yes, that's what it is.
I
To be
was
honest, I'm
thinking.
surprised I remembered that.
I was thinking the other day about like how we haven't heard anything from it in a while, and I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
It
been
just
a
kind
little
of got
bit.
on my. It just got on my mind a little bit. And I'm kind of curious. I wonder if we'll see something from it at the Game Awards or
Yeah, I
something.
mean, to be honest, like
Um,
even though I'm not like the hugest Harry Potter fan, I still be willing to try that game out. To be honest, like you know what I mean. I
Val,
took the
there's a
Pottermore.
trailer for it.
I took the Pottermore quiz. I know what I am. Team Ravenclaw, baby. Let's get it. Come on.
Here, Val, I'll throw up the trailer that came out last year for it. How about that? And we'll watch it again because it's been a
Yeah,
while.
Val, there is. Yeah,
Let me throw that up.
Val,
Let me
Team
make.
Hufflepuff. Yeah, I'm
Let
I'm
me.
I'm Ravenclaw. Blue, baby. Let's go.
We'll watch this trailer again.
All
I'll
right.
just have it up on stream. We'll go 4K so my internet can drop now. Let's drop that down actually. 1080p. Here, we'll watch this trailer. I remember when this leaked before it actually came out, or like a long time.
I think it did. Yeah.
Magic, both beautiful and powerful, binds together our long history. That
Look,
common
it's
bond
owl.
we share
It's Owl.
is the legacy of Hogwarts.
So yeah,
Now it is time to
when was
add
this game
more
announced? Like, it's been a
glory to
hot
these
minute, dude.
hallowed halls.
I'm pretty
It was
sure.
at an event last year, right? They did a PlayStation thing, I think.
The wizarding world.
Think so? Because
And then it was announced for 2021. but they ended up delaying it to 2022.
Pushed it back. Yeah, I remember talking about when they pushed it back. Yeah.
Witches and wizards who came before.
So there's like a little synopsis
Here you
dealio for this game, and it says experience a new story set at Hogwarts in the 1800s. Your character is a student who holds the key to an ancient secret that threatens to tear the wizarding world apart. Make allies, battle dark wizards, and decide the fate of the wizarding world. Yeah. I think you
Yeah.
get to like create your own character and like choose your house or whatever, which
Mhm.
would be pretty dope. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Dangers you can't yet imagine.
Even though I'm not a giant Harry Potter fan or anything like that, this game seems like it'd be a lot of fun. Any game that, like, I love RPGs, right?
Yeah.
So, like, even if I'm not a big fan of the franchise necessarily, I'd probably end up playing it. But, I mean, I like Harry Potter. I mean, it's fine. I'm just not, like, a super fan. But,
Yeah.
but this game looks cool.
I know this game, it came out, like this trailer came out when JK was catching some heat. So everyone
Yeah, when
was,
she was
when it
saying
came
some
out, everyone was
pretty,
kind of like iffy about the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I remember
info
that
on
as well.
her, on, like, she doesn't really have anything to do with the game, I don't think. Like, other than, like, it's obviously her setting.
World or universe. Whatever,
Yeah. But they were kind of on the
Yeah,
record
I
saying
know
some
that
stuff
was a
about
big. I know that was a big thing for some people too. Yeah, because
Mhm.
like Harry Potter was kind of ruined for them because of the way that she's been or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean that's
which is
understandable.
unfortunate. Yeah, she can be
So
a
yeah,
little
there's your
problematic.
Hogwarts Legacy official reveal trailer. It's been out for like a year, so
Yeah,
maybe we'll see some. Maybe we'll hear some new things sooner rather than later. We'll see.
yeah. But yeah. So we went on a weird Harry Potter tangent because I watched all those movies
You watch Harry
and
Potter? It's all good, man. It
yeah.
happens.
So I just ended up watching them, and I like them and stuff. They're a good time. There's some parts that I
Yeah.
hate. Like there's a part in Deathly Hollows
Really?
Part 1 that there's some parts in Deathly Hollows Part 1 that I'm not a big fan of. That I'm just like, I could have done
Gotcha.
without that. Because like, at what point is it okay for me to be like, I'm a writer, so I feel like I could write this better? There's some parts in it I'm like, I feel like I could write that better. But that's just me. Being like being arrogant, I guess. But yeah, I watched all those and ultimately enjoyed them, and I'll probably watch the last one tonight. So finish off the series for the next. I think it's the 20th anniversary of the first movie too, by the way, or close to it. Like this year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first movie came out at some point this year.
Which I did not realize, by the way, when I was doing
Yeah,
this.
there's a lot of things that have their 20th anniversaries this year, and that's I think the first one is this year. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Okay, it
Also
will
watching-
be in November.
next month.
November. So next month will be the 20th anniversary of the first movie.
Crazy.
That's kind of nuts.
All right. Well, that's all I've been up to. Hannah, it's your turn. What have you been up to this past week? I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Not a whole lot. My husband has been completely preoccupied with New World. So, I haven't seen much of him. But I watched Hellraiser the other night, the first one.
Oh man,
Oh,
I haven't seen
okay.
that in a while.
I hated it. It was
You
so
hated it?
bad.
Oh man.
I feel like the second Hellraiser movie is like the better one. Because I don't like the first one either. Also,
I would say like the special effects were really well done for like when it came out, but like the story was just hot trash.
I don't think I've actually even seen the first movie or any of them, like from
Oh,
start
no.
to finish.
Hannah, we lost
I've
your
seen
camera.
like maybe bits and oh no, EOS
Yeah, I'm working
webcam
on it.
utility.
Okay, I got you. It's cool.
But yeah, I don't think I've actually seen those movies like fully, So I'd have to check them out. There's definitely more movies I want to watch this month because of the month that we're in. But we started with Donnie Darko. That was its first spoopy movie of the month, and that was a good choice. So yeah, there's definitely more I want to see though. I got like I always have a list on my letterbox and shit that I need to watch, but it's just a matter of getting to it.
I guess I also had a job interview today. That's new. That's new with my life.
Hey, how'd that go?
It went okay. I think it went well. We'll see.
Cool.
Ah.
Let us all throw out the good vibes for Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah. All right, sweet. If there's nothing else, we can move into the news, which we've had news dropping today and yesterday, I believe, as well.
There's been some things here and there.
All right, Daniel, why don't you hit us off with the gaming news?
So we got some gaming news here. So the first thing that we have here is that we have a Pokemon Legends Arceus little bit of I guess it's like a trailer, but not really. It's not really a trailer. It's just like more of like a overview maybe
Gotcha.
of like what they call like noble Pokemon.
Noble Pokemon, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's check this out.
This is that like Breath of the Wild style Pokemon game for those of you wondering. And they're just showing off like, some of the gameplay, and it definitely looks really really Breath of the Wild in some moments.
So is this like a new Pokemon game?
Yeah, it's the new Pokemon game coming out in January, I believe.
Yeah, like
And yeah,
fairly
like I said,
soon.
it's very like it's very like Breath of the Wild style, like open world type deal. Yeah, January 28th. Survey, catch, and research wild Pokemon in the long gone era of Sinnoh to complete the region's first Pokédex. So yeah, I don't know how much you are into Pokemon, Hannah, but for me, for instance, I don't know a whole lot about it in the current times nowadays. I was more into it like when it first started out, like
Same.
however many years ago that was. So most of my knowledge on it is like Gen 1, Gen 2. But yeah, I something like this seems pretty cool. It's like a new kind of era in the Pokemon stuff, but it's like set way in the past instead. So that's pretty neat. And then I know people have been wanting like an open world type Pokemon game for like years, so that's cool. But yeah, I mean, this game looks pretty neat in my opinion. Like will I probably get it when it comes out? Probably not, but I'll try it out eventually. Like it seems fun. Or like it could be fun. It has the potential,
As I was sitting here like watching this trailer play, I had the realization that I feel like I don't care about Pokemon as much as I used to. I feel like
That's
that
totally
makes
fair
me
too,
sad.
man.
That makes me sad because like growing up, I loved it. Like I played the
Yeah, I
Game
mean,
Boys
well,
and stuff. And like it
yeah.
was like, and it's like when I look at this, I feel like young me would be super excited, but grown me is indifferent, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel at the same time, right? Because it's like I grew up liking it, enjoying it, and then now I'm like, oh no, I feel indifferent about it. What does that say? What does that mean? I think
Hey,
it just
man,
means I grew
that's
up
totally
somewhere
fair.
along the way and just don't. And my tastes have
Yeah,
changed.
I mean, exactly. Nothing wrong with that, man.
I don't know. It makes me sad in a weird way.
Outgrowing some of your childhood things.
Right. But I guarantee you, if I played those old Pokemon games, I'd fall in love with them again. Anywho, anything more to say on the Pokemons?
I mean, I have nothing else to say.
Right.
Like I said, it looks fun. It looks like it has potential, but we'll see. You know.
All right. What do we got next?
All right. Next up, we have we have an open beta trailer for Battlefield 2042, which, by the way, starts today. I already have it preloaded, and I will be playing this because this.
Do you have it preloaded on
good.
Steam? Is that where you preloaded it?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Steam. Yeah.
I need to preload it. And now about this, I feel I'm excited about this as I should have been for Pokemon. But
hey man, like you said, your
I'm actually really
over time changed, man.
I'm really excited for the new Battlefield, which is so strange. That's a weird thing to say because like
this game looks really it looks really good, dude. Like even just like looks wise. Like I'm not even talking about the gameplay or anything. Like, just the way it looks fucking amazing, dude. But yeah, I can't wait to try it out. I have the thing preloaded. I was I actually preloaded it earlier today, like before stream. So yeah, I'm gonna see if maybe I can play it later on because I definitely want to try that out. I know Hannah isn't too big into shooters, so she probably isn't gonna have much to say about this one either. Which is fine. Like if you have nothing to say, it's all good, you know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I do like me some shooties from time to time, so I'm about it. And yeah, I can't wait to try it out. Hopefully later today, I think. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'll let you guys know.
It says here open beta between the October 6th through 9th, but they have early access. Is this date?
That's probably for like the pre-orders and stuff. That might be it.
Yeah. Here's what it says. So open beta 6th through 9th. But that is incorrect. What they have in the description at the bottom is not what it says in the trailer. So right here's what it says. It says the 8th through 9th for, I guess, normal folk that haven't pre-ordered.
Yeah.
And that the early access is the 6th through the 9th, I guess. Would make sense.
That makes sense. All right. So then, yeah, I'll be able to play. I'll be able to play later. Then, to be honest, I'm probably gonna play after at some point today after the podcast.
Yeah.
So.
I'll let you guys know
what I'll let you guys know what I think of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have it, right?
Sure.
You have it pre-ordered already.
Yes. Yes.
What was I gonna say? I'm just excited for Battlefield, like, which is a fucking weird as fuck thing to say, but here we are.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, I haven't played a Battlefield game since Battlefield 4. It's been years since that one. So, yeah, this one looks good, man. It looks like it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah. So yeah, get your preloads on. Get ready for some Battlefield. If you have early access, let us know, and then we'll join you in a couple days if you don't. What do we got next?
What is this?
For Hannah, do you have anything to say on Battlefield? What do we got here? Let me look over here.
She wants to talk about this game called Fistafluffs.
Oh, we can talk about this.
It comes out in September.
Well, wait, in September? That means it's already out, right?
Yeah, should have come out on September 23rd, I think.
Let's have a look-see here.
Yeah, September 24th is what it says on Steam, 12 days ago. It's gloves off and claws out in this adorable physics-based cat fighter. I actually haven't heard of this game. Let's see what we got here.
I haven't either. But I saw some gameplay on one of them videos playing. So we got some cat on cat violence here. Oh, that's really loud.
Dang, levels. Look at that. They're going at it.
I just want to say there's so many bad puns I could make, but I'm not going to. Hey, got a hot dog costume. Hey.
Oh, dude, they have cat customization. You know what? I'm sold. That's all I needed. That's all I needed to show me.
I know it's Majin. Majin's got to be in on this, right? Sue is the world champ, and
That'd be just recreate Sue and just
mm-hmm.
Get in there and fuck all the other cats up.
Looks like he's supposed to cause as much damage to spending money. Interesting. That's a thing. Look at those fisty fluffs.
Fist of Fluffs. That's a good name too. That's cool. So that game's already out apparently, and it's $20. So if you want to have if you want to fight with some cats, create your own cat and mess stuff up for $20 and have at it. It is out currently.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the free games and content that's coming to Prime Gaming for the month of October.
All right.
So this is what we're talking about. So Prime Gaming this month is going to have content for Apex, Call of Duty, Genshin Impact, Siege, Dauntless, Fall Guys, and more. So starting on October 1st, you can claim 10 PC titles to help kick off your spooky fall festivities. So some of the free games that they have are Song of Horror, Alien Isolation, Star Wars Squadrons, Ghost Runner, Red Wings, Whiskey Zombies, Blue Fire, Wallace and Gromit Grand Adventures, Tiny Robots, and Secret Files 3.
I have a question about this.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get a game off of Prime Gaming, do you have to like install like a launcher? Do they have like a separate launcher?
No.
Or do they just give you like a game code? Like, how does this work?
Yeah, I think it's game codes. Yeah, because like they
the way
like,
it usually is like you link your account, right? Like your account, like so you might log in on Steam on some things, right? Like when you let's say I'm claiming a game off Prime Gaming, and it's like, okay, link your Steam account to your Amazon, Twitch, or whatever the fuck, and then you log in for that, and then it would be claimed on your account. Like, but I think I'll be honest with you, their games in the past haven't always been like what they give away the best. The stuff they're giving away here is crazy good, right? So like, yeah. But it's also all stuff I already own, so I haven't claimed any of it. Where I'm like, I already have all that.
Yeah, for me, like I already have like Alien Isolation, which is a great game. Hannah's currently playing through it. If you want to go check out, if you want to go watch her play it, she's playing it on stream. So go over to her stream, twitch.tv/NastyStig.
But yeah, I just claimed Squadrons, by the way, and it gave me a code. To put in Origin.
So yeah, that was what I was gonna say. Like they were giving away the Battlefield games a couple months back, I think, and they would give you like codes so you can redeem them on Origin. So yeah, that's usually how it works.
Also, I highly recommend
all these games,
Ghost Runner.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ghost Runner is the one that like that one seems like that's a pretty solid like get here, man. I mean,
yeah, it is.
Like again, Squadrons, Alien Isolation, Ghost Runner was probably the best 3 ones there. But I mean, yeah, overall, I mean, it's not a bad selection. You know what I mean? And then of course they're gonna be having a bundle on Apex Legends, and they're gonna be having some stuff for New World as well. A pirate pack which has a pirate skin and emote, and a $5 worth of in-game currency through November 1st. Some stuff for Warzone, some other stuff for Genshin Impact, 60 Primo Gems, which I don't know what that is, but I'm sure if you play the game, you know what the hell that is. 8 times Hero Wit and 5 times Calla Lily Seafood Soup. You can claim even more content like Brawlhalla, Dauntless, Destiny 2, Rogue Company, Warframe, like League of Legends, Free Fire, GTA Online, and Legends of Runeterra. There's stuff for all of those games. So yeah, definitely go check out Prime Gaming for this month because they seem to be giving away a lot of good shit. So
I get shit for Fall Guys all
there
the time.
you go.
It's free real estate. It's also a free Prime sub that you can drop on your favorite channels. This one and our friends here as well. So go check them.
For sure, absolutely.
But yeah, a hell of a haul this month for
It
the
really is.
Prime Gaming. Man, if they did that shit every month, it'd be crazy.
Right?
Do that. Like
all right,
Mr.
so
Twitch Big Bucks, do it. What do we got next?
Next, we're gonna talk about Dying Light 2, Stay Human, how Rosario Dawson has joined the cast for the game. Now, I would so I haven't played the first game.
I haven't either. We need Bob in the chat. She's played I think I watched somebody play it. Did I watch Co play it?
I don't know, maybe. But anyway, like I haven't played the first game myself, but the second one looks good. I actually played the beta of the first game, so I played a little bit, but like I haven't played the game from start to finish. The second game looks pretty good. They've been talking about it for a while. It's gotten pushed back and whatnot, but here we have Rosario Dawson joining the cast of the game. Hannah, have you played any Dying Light, or I would imagine that it's like a zombie game, right? Like it has
I have played it, but it's in my genre. It's in my wheelhouse, but I haven't played it. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just curious if you had or not, but yeah, it's I know that it's like pretty good for co-op as well. Like I've known some people that have played it for like together and whatnot.
Yeah, I haven't played the. You know what? I'm gonna grab it the next time it's on sale. I'll grab the big one and give that first one a go. Like it's still, I remember it looking good, like graphically.
Yeah, I mean it was what, like I want to say that game came out like in 2015 or 2016, something like that.
Something in there. I think you're right.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it looks pretty decent still. But yeah, zombie game with parkour. So yeah, they have a new like little. They've been doing like episode up like things for the new like episode updates for the new game, and episode 4 they are talking about how they are Rosario Dawson is joining the game, so that's pretty cool. It's a pretty long, like 21-minute video, so if you want to go check that out, definitely go do so. But they show off a little bit more of the game, and they obviously they talk about it, and it's just more information if you're curious about the game. Just more cool tidbits and info and whatnot. So yeah, it's cool that she's on board. Be curious to see who else is in it.
My this is gonna sound like a knock, but I don't mean it to sound like a knock. It's like,
okay,
I'm used to them like putting like, I know they like to put celebrities in video games.
Yeah.
But sometimes, and I'm not saying that's gonna be the case here or anything like that, but sometimes it's like they'll throw them in there, and they're only in there for like a hot second, and I don't even realize who they are because their character doesn't look like them. And I don't mean that to sound as a knock, but it feels like they'll throw a celeb in and just have them play just some random fuck character that you don't even realize is important. Like, you don't even realize who that person is, you know what I mean? Like, I'm reading through the article here, and it says that she's playing a character important to the plot. I hope that's true. It's just a trend I've noticed where they'll take a celeb, which I love Rosario Dawson. Don't get me wrong when I say this. It's just a thing I feel like I've noticed in previous games where they'll throw somebody in with a name, and then like that somebody doesn't do anything really at all. They're just there. So I hope that's not the case here. Because I like Rosario Dawson and would like her to be a big part of the game. That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking like celebs in games or anything like that. Put them in there. Just have them do stuff. Write roles for them if you want them in the game. Yeah.
Like your boy Giancarlo in Far Cry.
Exactly. He's the main villain. Watch him kill him off 5 minutes into the game. No, I'm kidding. Please don't do that. That'd be horrible.
I
doubt it, but yeah, I would feel so justified if they did though. In my previous statements,
I want them to do it just so it's gotta be proven right, but don't do it. No,
don't do it. I don't want to be right that bad. And to be honest with you, I wasn't even thinking about Giancarlo when you said that. I'm just thinking about past
the first person I thought of right now, because I was like, he's like the next big one, right? So
yeah, I'm just talking about in previous games. I'm not talking about anything that's coming yet because like you haven't seen it. I want if you're gonna cast a name, right, make them important. Make them not just a random side character. Like I think of the dad from Fallout 3. Like no offense, he's hardly in the game.
There's been like the people from Until Dawn, like they cast actors for that, right? Like there's like Hayden Panettiere and like Rami Malek and the dude from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I don't know his real name, sorry.
Like those characters are all important.
Yeah,
and it's nice.
There's been stuff like that, and like Detroit Become Human, or like games are doing that more now. Like even some of the Star Wars games, like recent, like Battlefront 2, Janina Gavankar is Iden, and like Jedi Fallen Order, what's his name, Cameron Monaghan, I think. So they've been casting like lead people for some of these, but I get what you mean though, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just want them to do stuff and be cool. They're badasses in real life, make them badasses in video games.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the next thing here is that the Game Awards 2021 will return this year as a live event in December, as we anticipated would be the case. Yeah, Jeff Keighley. It'll be on Thursday, December 9th, over here in the Microsoft Theater in LA, and it'll be live streamed on a bunch of different streaming and social platforms. Last year's was a online only type deal, but they still managed to break some records and whatnot for viewership. Right now, there's not a whole lot of information about who or what will be there, but they confirmed that the Game Awards Orchestra will be there. And as always, we should expect like new world premieres and titles and free playable demos and all that stuff.
I'm curious because do you have any predictions on what you think might be there, Daniel?
Oh man, I mean, this is gonna be in December. We're 2 months away. I'm curious if like what are they going to like we're thinking about all the games that are coming out soon. Like we know that there's a bunch of shit coming out in February, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna show stuff like for that's coming out soon, or like are they gonna obviously they're gonna announce new things too, but I just don't know what they could even
normally.
I don't know what they could even show like
normally I'd feel very confident in saying there's gonna be a Dragon Age trailer, or because I don't think it's too soon for a Mass Effect thing, so I'd be like there's gonna be because there's always a BioWare thing, I feel like, at these things, but we're living in unprecedented times, right? And things have been delayed, moved around, and shuffled like a sumbitch. So
yeah.
I give it like an 80% chance, 65% chance of a Dragon Age trailer, maybe. I just don't know because they've had some things there. Mass Effect
or too soon?
Mass Effect's too soon, I think. I think BioWare is really focused on Dragon Age right now, because it's closer to coming out. So I feel like they would show that.
So here's my question: are they working on that one before Mass Effect? Is that like the next game?
Yes.
Dragon Age?
Yes, I do believe so.
So yeah, then I'm more inclined to side with you. Then yeah, they're probably gonna, because I think the only thing we've seen for Dragon Age is that concept art, right?
They had like a little mini teaser at one point. It didn't show the game or anything really.
Yeah, it was just like them talking about the game and like showing off concept art and shit, right? Like that's what I thought that was.
That's one thing, but there's something else they showed. Let me find it.
Well, another cool thing about this is that for streamers like us, the Game Awards fully supports co-streaming, so we don't have to worry about any,
Hey, yeah, Jeff's always good
that,
about that, which is awesome.
Jeff is a good dude, and he lets us co-stream that stuff. So
there was this from the Game Awards 2020. So remember how I said there's always like a BioWare thing? There was this little it's a cinematic trailer from 2020 in last year's Game Awards.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot about this.
Well, it's just it's only like a minute. And then like immediately after this happened, there was like, because Anthem was still a thing, and then like BioWare's trying to work on it, and EA went up to BioWare, like, and had a meeting and was like, all right, just kill Anthem. Like we're not, and while they were there, there's thoughts that they threw a lot of support behind Dragon Age and taking out that live service crap that's supposed to be in here, and really pushing this as like, hey, this is kind of your last shot in a way. So,
so that's what you got, man.
Yeah. So do the best you can do the absolute best you can to give people what they want. So I think we might see another teaser, probably kind of like this. I don't know how close the next Dragon Age is close, even like being complete.
Yeah,
because,
I don't know.
Because of that meeting, right? Like they may have told him, went in there and just been like, all right, start over, like rip this out, rip that out, and start over. They could have done that. I'd have no fucking clue. If we don't see a Dragon Age trailer at the Game Awards, which is, by the way, several months away.
2 months away. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget it's already October. If we don't see a Dragon Age trailer, that's a very bad sign. I think well, not necessarily a very bad sign, but it's definitely like EA went in there and was like, okay, strip this out and start over, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. I just don't know how far out we are for that game, so.
I don't either, because they've been teasing it for like, this was last year, and even before that, we knew about it. So I'm kind of curious. And the way things are now, it's so hard to make a guess. But I'm gonna put 65% chance of a Dragon Age trailer. And normally that'd be like an 85% chance.
Josh is trying to manifest this. He's throwing it out into the world.
I do, because listen, I love Dragon Age, okay? And I get that BioWare is not the same BioWare. I understand that. Those people are not the same ones that have worked. Some of them are, but not all of them are like the same folks that have worked on Dragon Age previously. And that kind of worries me. Mike Laidlaw's not there anymore. Mark Darrah's not there anymore. So I don't know. I want it to be good, obviously, because I love that world and that setting. 65% chance. Let it happen. Let it be good. But I'm manifesting. It's out there.
Trying to make it happen.
I'm using the Force. I'm using my power. I'm stealing some of Daniel's power. I want it out there.
Yeah,
that's my prediction.
As far as like in terms of like predictions, I have none. I honestly don't know what to expect. Like I've had the KOTOR on my bingo card for the past 8 years, and it finally happened at the PlayStation event, baby. So I got
baby.
What I wanted. I don't know what the fuck to expect now. I just want to be pleasantly surprised with anything. So
yeah,
I'll take what we can get. You know what I mean?
It's really hard to make a prediction right now with the way things are.
Yeah, it really is. The last thing I want to bring up for the Game Awards is what games do you guys think are gonna like are potentials for Game of the Year? Like Resident Evil Village, maybe, or Deathloop, or Hitman 3, Returnal.
I don't know.
I'll be honest. I haven't played too many games this year to like even like figure out. Like last year, I was like, "Oh, Ghost of Tsushima #1, dude," because that was my shit last year.
And then we had like Red Dead one year. Like yeah. Those were easy predictions to make. This year
2018
it's
was an
hard.
easy year. Last year was easier. This year I just haven't played enough games, man. New World for me. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, dude. Like I
Well,
haven't
here's the
played enough
thing.
games. I haven't played enough games this year.
I was gonna say like Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Like if I have to pick one right now, like even though
Yeah,
it's not,
I
I'm
mean,
not done, but like, but yeah, I haven't played like Police Simulator. I'm looking at the things I've played, and I'm just like, I don't know, right? Like I don't.
what's that game? Power Wash Simulator or fucking what's that other one? The gas station simulator that Val was playing or whatever. Like the
Right?
simulator games, man, are taking over. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
And we don't
if
have
I had to
PS5, so
guess,
we can't
maybe.
play any of those, you know? I mean,
Yeah, I
like
don't
anything
know.
that came out.
Yeah, I
Any of
don't.
that.
I would say Resident Evil's up there for sure. Resident Evil
Yeah.
Village is up there. Maybe Returnal. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to like look at like the list of shit that's out this year so far, but yeah. Anyway,
I just haven't played
that'll
this
be
much
interesting.
this year.
Yeah. Alrighty, we can move on from that.
Okay.
Let's talk about how Netflix has acquired their first game studio. And
Yeah.
yes, I did say Netflix because they are interested in getting into gaming as well.
Yep, they are.
For those of you who did not know, Netflix has acquired Oxenfree's dev as its first studio. So Night School Studio they've also stated that it does not impact the acquisition of Oxenfree 2's development. Because I didn't even know they were making a second Oxenfree, but that's cool. I played the first game and I thought it was pretty good. I know Hannah's played it as well.
I have Oxenfree, but I haven't played it.
It was a good little game.
Yeah, it was a nice, decent little game. I think it took me like a few hours to play. Like I want to say like 4 hours, something like that.
I think it took me about 4 hours to play through, but like the art style is really cool. I really liked it.
Yeah. So yeah, Netflix streaming giant Netflix has acquired Night School Studio, a developer founded by former Telltale Games employees that released Oxenfree, an intriguing supernatural mystery game, and After Party, and a bar-hopping comedy journey through hell. So now they're officially now a subsidiary of Netflix, but they confirmed that Oxenfree 2's development is still underway. Co-founder Sean Crankle said that the pairing between the two was natural, and that Netflix's mission to support diverse storytellers led to both parties joining forces together. Night School wants to stretch our narrative and design aspirations across distinctive original games with heart. Netflix gives film, TV, and now game makers an unprecedented canvas to create and deliver excellent entertainment to millions of people. Our explorations in narrative gameplay and Netflix's track record of supporting diverse storytellers was such a natural pairing. It felt like both teams came to this conclusion instinctively. So yeah, there you go. Night School Studio is officially the first game developer under Netflix's wing. It's been known for a while now that Netflix has wanted to get into video game development. So I honestly I'm curious to see who they're gonna pick up next. Because over the past several years, like Xbox has been picking up a bunch of people, and PlayStation's been picking up a bunch of people, and
PlayStation just picked up who did they just get? They just got somebody,
I
didn't
forget
it?
who it was.
Blue,
Yeah,
is
they
it
did.
Blue Hole Studio? Blue something Studios, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
Maybe.
Let me look.
I don't remember the name exactly, to be honest. But
let me look at. I'll try to find it. Here we go. Who did they just acquire? Blue Point Games.
Blue Point. All right.
That's who it was. I said Blue Hole Studios. Is there a Blue Hole Studios?
Now there is, right? Man, that's funny. But anyway, that's cool.
It's a South Korean studio. It's a real thing. Oh, I don't feel bad.
Wow. Okay, so but they did not acquire Blue Hole, right?
They did not. They did not. Blue Point.
Is that what it was? Okay, yeah. Blue Point. Yeah.
I feel vindicated.
Sorry, Blue Hole. You were not acquired by PlayStation.
No, they're a South Korean company.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool though. All right. So yeah, Netflix has their first game studio. Like I said, I'm curious what kind of other games they're going to be doing, and what other studios are going to be picking up.
Yeah, I didn't know. It was like Netflix has like so much money they could just throw. They could make studios. They could hire people and just be like, go make a studio, right? And get like a team together.
Sure.
We give you the monies. And like, I think it's good for them to do that because like, they need to expand, right? Like everybody's got Netflix now. If they want to grow even more, it's smart to move into video games. But they got to be careful in how they do it because they don't have necessarily the experience doing it, right? Like I don't know. I feel like they're doing it right because they got the Oxenfree guys, and I know that's like, even though that's like a smaller game, I know it's well praised by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if they go like, I guess it wouldn't be indie anymore if they got like, if Netflix bought them, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
I suppose it won't be anymore. Yeah.
Those style games is what I'm trying to get at. Like those artistic, a little different, smaller types of experiences.
They were talking about it in that quote that I was reading. Like, they allow the artistic freedom for them to do what they want to do, right?
Yeah. So that seems to be like what they're leaning into. And I think that's good if they do that because a lot of people like those games. My taste is, like I was saying earlier, like my love of Pokemon has become indifferent, but I love indie games, indie style games that are just different and like things I would have never played when I was younger that I would play now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a smart move. I'm curious to see if they'll continue that or if they'll just be like, next up, we're buying Bluehole Studios.
Bluehole.
Or whatever. You know what I mean?
PlayStation got Blue Point. We're gonna get Bluehole.
Bluehole.
Get over here.
But yeah, I don't know. It also goes into like I don't know who's out there and who's under what contract and who's in because there's just been so many acquisitions lately. Like Xbox making its move. There's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if Xbox has other people, more deals in the works that we don't know about. Same for PlayStation of companies that they're trying to buy, right? So, yeah, I think you're right, Loki. I think it is PUBG Studio is Bluehole Studio.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. That's probably why it's stuck in my mind. Because I played a lot of PUBG back in the day.
Gotcha.
But anyway, I have nothing more to say on that. We can move on. We can move on. Hannah, if you have anything you want to add on that, please feel free.
She got nothing to say about that. Let's go. So, Marvel Spider-Man 2's tone is compared to The Empire Strikes Back by Marvel executive. So, Spider-Man 2, the sequel to the 2018 Spider-Man game that we just saw a teaser for at the
still gotta finish it.
At the what was it, the PlayStation event? Yeah, you gotta play that, man. It's so good.
I just want a PS5. I want to play the upgraded version. Yeah.
So they were talking to Bill Roseman, who discussed some of his favorite moments from the Marvel game announcements a few weeks ago from the PlayStation event. And when they were talking about Spider-Man 2, he offered some details on what players can expect, but he confirms that there have been some changes to both suits that this Peter and Miles wear, and they'll be facing off against multiple foes. We know that Venom's going to be in there, which is not a spoiler because we saw him in the teaser. But there's another like mysterious voice talking in the background before Venom appears, and they didn't confirm who it is, but they said that it's a voice of a character who is in the game. So that's something. So he said, so he kind of compared the two games. Like if Spider-Man 1 was like A New Hope, then Spider-Man 2 is going to be our Empire. He gets a little darker, he says. Peter and Miles have their certainly have their share of adversity in their separate games, but invoking Empire kind of strikes some implications in the sequel. Like, will the duo come out of their fight with Venom and whoever the other person talking in the background is? Like how how are they? Like, what's gonna happen? Because as we know, what happens with Empire, like the heroes kind of take a beating in that movie. So, uh, yeah, that's an interesting comparison. That I feel like it's a comparison that's made to like whenever people want to say that the movie or the game or the what a show is gonna get darker, I was like, oh, it's gonna be our Empire. They always everybody's always quick to call it that. So I just think it's interesting that like what does like what does calling your game what does Spider-Man 2 being compared to the Empire Strikes Back like what kind of Spider-Man experience are you gonna get with that? You know what I mean? That's just it's just interesting. Like it makes the hamster wheels in my head roll around. Like what are they cooking up over there with by comparing the second game to Empire? But yeah, the game is set to release in 2023, and yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be lots of curious, interesting things. They're also releasing Wolverine at some point, but will these two games connect? Who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. They're being made by Insomniac, so there's a chance. But do they have to be connected? I don't think so, but they could be. And so we'll have to wait and see. I guess time will tell. But I'm excited for both of them. I really like the first Spider-Man game. It was top 3 games of the year for me in 2018. So yeah, I just Josh, you gotta play it, man. You gotta play it. It's so good.
I know. I played like half. I don't know if it's
you
half.
Played a
I
good
played
chunk
a good
of it.
chunk
Right?
of it.
You played a bit of it, yeah.
Yeah, and I liked it. It's not that I didn't. It was like, what happened? I got the new PC or something. Whenever I tried to do shit, something would always fucking break. Remember? And like. Now everything's like settled, and it's like, well, now they have these remastered or upgraded versions for like PS5, and I'm like, I'd like to play it on PS5. It's the same for God of War. I literally have God of War right there. It may even still be wrapped in plastic, and it's like,
game you gotta play.
It's like, well, I wanted to do it on the, but you can't get your fucking hands on a PS5 to save your life. It's crazy. But yeah, I do need to finish it up. There's so many things. We're getting to the time of year where it's like cleanup season, where it's like, okay, I need to go through all this stuff and play it. But yeah, like I'm kind of curious to what their plan is, right? Because like they did Spider-Man, they're doing Spider-Man 2, they're doing Wolverine,
and they did Miles Morales.
Miles Morales, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Like, are they building towards something? Do you think like a multiple, an MCU of video games, maybe of certain characters, not necessarily like our movies, but like, and we already have like an Avengers video game, but like,
yeah,
for them specifically with certain characters of stories they want to tell, and like, are they building towards something like that here? You think?
Like. I remember like after playing the first Spider-Man game, I was like, dude, sign me the fuck up for an MGU, a Marvel Games universe. I am all for it. If they did something like that, oh my god. That's the stuff right there, dude. Like I'm all for that, man. Like I hope if that's their plan, I hope which I hope it is, I'm all for it, man. Like do it. Make it happen, because
I feel like that's what they're doing. I feel like that's what they're going toward.
What they built with this first game is, oh man. I haven't played Miles Morales yet, so I don't know what the continuation of that is, but I really love the first one. So
all right.
Yeah.
The history seems really bright for Marvel games because we're getting a lot of them, huh?
Yeah.
I saw some video. I was watching the MCU crew, JP and Bronze Girl and Jesse Cox, over there on his channel, and it was a previous episode where they showed off some more of Midnight Suns, and like they showed off some of the character customization and stuff. I didn't even realize there was a video for somewhere out there that showed like how you make your character and stuff, and I was like, wait, but this is kind of getting me a little hype. I'm a little excited more than I was before.
I haven't even seen that, so
yeah. Because I think they got some sponsored bits, and I don't know if they have like videos we don't, or I don't know if that video just wasn't advertised well on YouTube somewhere that I just didn't see it.
I don't know.
I don't know, but like it got me a little bit more excited than I was. I was kind of like cautiously optimistic, but now I'm like kind of looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we can move on.
Alrighty. So moving on from that, the next thing we have here is actually a pretty interesting one. Is that Friday the 13th developer Ilphonic is working on a Ghostbusters game? Say what? So, spotted by PC Games N, an interview with singer, songwriter, record producer Raphael Sadiq in a recent episode of Questlove Supreme podcast. He said that in addition to his solo career, being a member of Tony Tone, producing songs for everyone from Snoop Dogg to the Bee Gees, co-founded the video game studio Ilphonic with engineer Charles Brungart. They were asking him some questions, and he said that the studio is working on a Ghostbusters game right now. So people are wondering if like this is gonna be a game based off like the new movie coming out, you know, because there's a Ghostbusters movie coming out called Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is coming out on November 19th, and it would make sense with the timing of that for that to be a thing. And Ilphonic has previously developed 2 games based on movies, Friday the 13th and Predator Hunting Grounds. It would make sense for them to make another game based off another movie, Ghostbusters. So it's all like speculation and rumor right now, I guess, based off what this guy said. But because there's been no official announcement. But based off of that, would you guys, is this something you would play, or you just like, meh, yeah, you don't really care about it?
If it's anything like Friday the 13th, I will not touch it.
That's what I was kind of curious. Like, is it gonna be like, all right, here's your 4 friends playing Ghostbusters. Do I get to be Slimer? Like, what's the, like, you know what I mean? Like, is that what it is?
Like, because those both Predator Hunting Grounds and Friday the 13th are very similar in the fact that like you have your team of players. You have like your squad of what, like 4 people or whatever on the same team, and then you have like your Predator or your Jason that's like trying to hunt everybody down, right? They're both the same style in that way, you know, like very Dead by Daylight, where it's like you have, you know, it's that style of game where it's like you have your people and there's another person that's like the person you have to kill, or the person trying to kill you, and you have to, like, you know, do what you got to do to, you know, kill them or avoid being killed by them or whatever. And if it's going to be another style of game like that, how is that going to work? Because it's just going to be like 4 Ghostbusters, and then like you have like the mushroom dude, or, you know, the Stay Puffed, or like, you know, Slimer, or like what even, how is that going to go, you know?
I don't know.
So in that way, I'm curious, because I don't know, but
I remember there being a Ghostbuster game with like a story a few years ago, right? Oh, go ahead, Hannah. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. I just like, if it's like a PvE rather than a PvP, I think it would make more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because of like, yeah, your team of 4, and then you did environment, like you did AI rather than like another player. I think that would work better.
Yeah. I know what you're about to say, Josh, is they like remastered the Ghostbusters game from like 10 years ago recently, a couple years back. And I did play that, the remaster of that. And that was cool, but that's more of like a you have like 8 missions or something, and you're like playing through them with, like, you know, the characters of the Ghostbusters and whatnot.
I never played it, so I didn't know if they were like, is it gonna be something similar to that, where it's like it's PvE basically, not like PvP. But that's not this guy's style, right? You wouldn't go to these guys for that. You would go for these guys for like the PvP thing. And I guess that would work with Ghostbusters.
I'm just
but
like,
it feels like the roster,
it, though, like
it's weird, right?
Like who, like if you do PvP, like you have your 4 Ghostbusters, obviously that makes all the sense. But then what's gonna be the other person? You're gonna be just Slimer, just sliming your fucking ectoplasm all over the fucking place, or like, you know, Stay Puft, you're just gonna like shoot mushrooms at people, or or not mushrooms, marshmallows, like they're similar words, all right? Come on.
I don't know, but I want Daniel's version of the fucking Ghostbusters where we all get high on shrooms. I want that one.
Ghostbusters Afterlife, more like Ghostbusters fucking After High. Let's go, dude. Fuck it, dude. They're just gonna create a brand new fucking monster where you just like fucking. They're gonna call him the Ganja Man or fucking, I don't know what the fuck, dude. Like, that's great. Yeah, but yeah, so cool. So yeah, it could be like Phasmo. Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. Again, it's all like rumor at this point. Nothing has been officially announced. So until we see like a announcement trailer, like a teaser or something like that, then who knows what the hell this game is.
Grain of salt there, folks.
Yeah. The last piece of gaming news that I have here is one that everybody who plays Super Smash Brothers creamed their pants after hearing this, and that is because after years of waiting, Sora from Kingdom Hearts is the final fighter joining the roster. People have been wanting this for years. And then we talked about last week how there was a Nintendo Direct that people thought they were going to get this information there, but they were like, no, you got to come back at this date.
They bait and switched.
Which was earlier today, and they announced it earlier today. Sora is the last fighter, so
yeah,
that's cool. Again, I know how much people have been wanting him to be added to the game. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. I know that they're also adding, like, how they have like the Mii fighters, like, and they give them costumes so you can create your own. They're adding a Doom guy costume. So so for the first time ever since the Animal Crossing Doom crossover of last year, Doomslayer and Isabelle are in the same game. Let's go, air horns. Hey, but anyway, so yeah, Sora's in the game. Doom guy's getting a costume. I think they also announced that they're coming out with the Kingdom Hearts trilogy for the Switch, but it's cloud gaming, so I don't know, like.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's cloud version. So like, if you're gonna play Kingdom Hearts, don't play it on Switch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't. I know, as great as it would be to carry it around with you, you're not, because it's cloud gaming and you need fucking internet. Yeah.
Like I'll be honest, I haven't played a Kingdom Hearts game since they were on the PS2. Like I haven't played since the second game. I'm not like super huge into these either. And like once you start getting into the timeline, it gets all weird and fucky and stuff. So
well, they have all these mobile games that like.
Yeah,
they have mobile games,
like PSP games, and it's like Kingdom Hearts 3.75 remakes HD, some bullshit,
Yeah.
They have these weird names that always are confusing, and it's like, Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's just weird stuff like that I'm like, I have no idea what's going on here. So, like, I think those games are I think those games are cool for like, mixing in like characters from Final Fantasy and Disney together, like that's pretty neat. But like, yeah, I after the second game they kind of lost me with that. And but anyway, regardless of all that, they're bringing the three games, I think, to the Switch for cloud, and then they are bringing in Sora to the game as well. So yeah, I know a lot of people are very happy about that. He's been like one of the characters that people have wanted in this game for the longest time. Like when people speculate, who do you want in Smash Bros? It's always like, Sora or Master Chief or Goku, or it's always like these like super crazy names, right? And they finally got Sora, dude. So hey, there you go, man. The last fighter in was one that people really wanted. So it's real, it's happening, as they say. So there you go.
But what about my boy?
Oh, and for those wondering when this will be released, it's October 18th, so it'll be later this month.
But my boy Waluigi.
Waluigi, he got left out again, man. Poor Waluigi.
That's some shit. That's some shit. And let me tell you why that's some shit. Everybody wanted him in. Everybody wanted him in. And like, Nintendo does the Nintendo thing where they're like, fuck our fans. You're going to play this anyway because we're Nintendo. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking mostly. But like, it's like, come on, everybody. How awesome would that have been if he'd been the last fighter? No offense to Sora. Like, whatever. But Kingdom Hearts is whatever, you know, like my boy Waluigi, the boy working. He did a long time Nintendo guy. How could you?
Yeah,
the betrayal.
Yeah, I just think it's weird how you have like Mario, Luigi, and Wario, but no Waluigi.
What?
And then they have, and then they not only that, but they literally have Ridley from Metroid, which is supposed to be this big ass giant dragon thing, and they have to like, in order for them to have made Ridley a fighter, they had to shrink that fucker down, like I don't know how many sizes down, but for like it to be from this big giant dragon to like this small thing that you can use as a fighter, like that just doesn't make sense to me. Like why would you go ahead and do something like that anyway, you know? But
That's
yeah,
just...
I don't know. It's just some of the character choices don't make a lot of sense. And then they have like two versions of the same character too, like I don't know if Dr. Mario's still a separate character from Mario, but like at one point he was, and like they got like Pit and Dark Pit, and like, you know, it's like dumb shit like that. I'm like, what? Like you use there's a completely separate character slot that you could have for anyone, and then you just use it for like an alternate of this other character. Like, what are you talking about? And then Cole brings up a good point in the chat, how like the Nickelodeon Smash game came out today too, which we all know how that one I mean, to be honest, that one looks kind of cool too, man. They got like the avatars in it. They got, like, imagine beating the dog shit out of fucking Avatar Aang with fucking Patrick Star, or like, fucking the Tommy Pickles or some shit, dude. Like that's so crazy, dude. Like just silly stuff like that. It's just, yeah, cat dog main, dude. There you go. Look at that. Fucking where the Angry Beavers at, dude? Let me.
Is my boy Arnold in that game? I'll be honest with you. I haven't looked at the. Yeah.
I don't know. I actually, to be honest, I'm not sure the entire roster.
I don't know what's the roster for that. Anybody got the roster?
What I do know is that there was some like data mining like stuff that they're gonna be adding more characters in the future, I think. So like I think one of them was like they're gonna be adding like Shredder from TMNT in the future or something like that. So they will be adding more. It's just a matter of who, but I don't even know who's on the main roster, to be honest. I just know like you got SpongeBob, Patrick, Ninja Turtles, and Korra and Aang, and so on and so forth. But I don't know the main roster off the top of my head. But yeah, that game looks kind of cool too, for being real, So
yeah.
But anyway, that's the gaming news for the week. If you got nothing else,
before we move on, I'm gonna end us with this. And we're gonna play the sad song from the Hulk theme, because how could they do my boy like this? How could they?
Tears.
It's so wrong that they did him like this. They did him so dirty. Just remember, he sacrificed. And what Waluigi sacrificed for you guys. All right. How could they not do this after seeing this little comic? It's so mean.
Who has fucking Sakurai on speed dial, bro? Text him that shit right in fucking now.
They did him dirty. They did him dirty, and I'll never forget it. All right.
Honestly, it is kind of a shame that they don't have Waluigi in there. Like I said,
that would have been so cool.
They have Mario, Luigi, and Wario, but you leave out Purple, bro? Come on.
Yeah, and like, bro,
up, dude.
What if they just think of the reveal they could have done? They could have had this. It would have been so good.
Yeah.
I'll never be so sad. I'm sad. I'm legit. I don't even play Smash, and I'm sad. Like, what the hell?
They robbed Waluigi, man. That's messed up.
Yeah, because I like to think there's some justice in this world, some reward for being patient, right? And like, look at him. Look at him. He's so happy. I know this isn't an official comic. I don't give a fuck. He's so happy he got the invitation, and he gives it away. He gives it away. How could you not? They should have made that canon.
Should have made that canon. Oh my god. He's too pure, man. He's too good for this world. In the
He
games, they make him
is.
seem like a bad guy, but he's got
How
a heart of
dare
gold.
they?
That Waluigi.
How dare they?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to move on. I'm gonna cry. Not
Yeah.
because I'm sad,
Moving
but the
on.
bit is too funny.
Yeah. Moving on. TV news. We got some things in here. So I talked about before. We've talked about before on the show how they're working on a spin-off for The Boys. And they now have new showrunners. So Hannah, have you watched The Boys? I forget.
I have, yes.
Okay, cool. So they're working on a season 3, or they currently, and then they're also doing this new spin-off show. Agent Carter, Alum's Michelle Fazekas, and Tara Butters will take over as showrunners for Craig Rosenberg, who exited following creative differences. So they've said that like this show is basically gonna be like a Hunger Games college show combo. So like America's college exclusively for young adult superheroes, run by Vought International, is a R-rated series that explores the lives of hormonal competitive superheroes as they put their physical, sexual, and moral boundaries to the test.
Oh, they fucking.
No, there's gonna be a lot of superhero fucking in this, dude. If you thought the superhero fucking in the Boys season 2, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen this show, if you thought that was crazy, oh man, horny fucking, college kids going at it, bro. Oh my god, with superpowers,
Lord.
dear golly, Miss Molly, that's gonna be nuttier. That's gonna be nutty, man. And yes, I know I said what I said. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cry again. It's too funny.
But yeah, it's gonna be like basically a college / Hunger Games version of The Boys, so that's gonna be nuts. Yeah, that's coming out at some point next year, I think. At least I believe so. But yeah, they have new showrunners, and that's moving forward. So curious to see what that's gonna be like. I really like The Boys, the show, the actual The Boys.
Me too.
Season 1 was good. Season 2 was good. Looking forward to season 3. They got the. I'm excited for Soldier Boy's character, and no, not Soldier Boy the rapper. I'm talking about Jensen Ackles, the dude from Supernatural. He's gonna be playing the character called Soldier Boy, not Soldier Boy.
They couldn't get Soldier Boy to get off Twitter and quit arguing with Randy Orton on
Randy Orton, right? Yeah, yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the Jensen Ackles character is gonna be like, because he seems like a Captain America type dude. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited for that, and I'll definitely be checking out the spinoff too when that comes out. So pretty cool stuff. Next we have Diego Luna talking a little bit about Star Wars Andor. He says they finished shooting and to expect familiar faces. So it's going to be a 12-episode series set to be released next year. And when asked about it, he said, "You'll definitely see familiar faces. I can tell you about this project like no other because I can't spoil the ending if you've seen Rogue One already. No matter what I say, I can't ruin the ending," he says. It's true, because we know if you've seen Rogue One, you know what happens with the character. So he was talking about what lies ahead and the challenges of shooting through a pandemic and all that kind of stuff. And he says, "To be honest, it's been such a blessing to do this job and do it under these circumstances. If I had a chance to work with that team, if I had a chance to work with a team that I couldn't be more proud of and admire more, it's a hardcore moment to be out there shooting, and we're really lucky. We're done with shooting now and getting it ready for audiences to see." He said that I can't say much. What I can tell you is that the experience was literally a transformation for me. It's something that I really want to do, and that I thought I was not going to be able to do. I'm more than happy. So yeah, that's a little. So now we know for sure, officially, that they are done. They are done shooting. It's going to be headed into a post now. And yeah, so expect familiar faces. I'm curious to see which ones those are going to be, because we know for a fact that we're getting Mon Mothma in this again, and I think we're getting Bail Organa again. So those are some of the familiar faces that we know of. But like, who could it be talking about?
Are we gonna get Admiral Radis? Is that it? The
I would
Mon
love to see more Admiral Radis.
because I
He's
loved
fucking
him in
awesome,
the
dude.
movie,
Me
right?
too, bro.
Like,
I loved him in the movie.
So
It
I
was a
hope he's in
shame
the
when
show.
it was a shame when he doesn't make it out of that movie, because
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, anybody's seen Star Wars knows that man ain't making it.
he does. Unfortunately, if you did not know, because they don't show him on screen dying or anything, but like,
no, they don't.
Unfortunately, Admiral Radis does not make it out of that battle. You see his ship getting like boarded and stormed by the Empire at the end there. But he was really cool. I like him. I like his voice actor too, Steven Stanton. He's a great dude. He does like well, actually that's a spoiler. I'm not gonna say, but he does other Star Wars voices if you haven't seen some other stuff. But
yeah,
definitely check that out.
I hope they bring him back because he's a hard ass motherfucker. I like him.
I hope they bring back a lot of those like Rogue One side characters, like Admiral Radis and General Merrick, the blue leader. I hope they bring him back. I hope they bring back some of those other dudes as well, like fucking what's his name, Biston, the space monkey. Remember the space monkey that was a gunner on the U-wing?
Yeah.
I hope they bring him back too, bro. Fuck yeah, dude. Biston, the space monkey. I want to see him fucking screeching around, killing stormtroopers and shit. That'd be great. But yeah, I love Rogue One. It's amazing, and I one of my favorite Star Wars movies, and I can't wait to see what they do with this prequel show.
Oh, guys,
focusing on Cassian.
I had a terrible thought.
What's that?
Remember the opening of Rogue One? Not to spoil it, but Andor kills a dude, right?
Yeah.
They should make him a character that he's homies with throughout the whole series.
Ooh. That way, when you watch Rogue One again, you'll be like, "Oh man, that's gonna hit you different." Yeah.
That's how my brain works. That's kind of fucked up, right?
Yeah, right.
I would do that shit. I'd do that shit. I would do that if I was running the show.
Welcome to the mind of a dungeon master.
All right, like it's so evil. I love it.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to the show. It's it's more Star Wars, so I'm all about it. Next up, we have the Book of Boba Fett premiere date and poster. So in this tweet from Disney Plus, we have Book of Boba Fett, an all-new original series streaming on December 29th on Disney Plus. And there's the little poster of him sitting on the throne looking very King Conan.
Look at him all splayed out like he don't give a fuck.
Jabba's palace is his now. I'm like super interested to see where that goes, because like we don't know anything about where the Hutts and Tatooine is in the sequels, right? So they don't even the only time we see Tatooine is at the end of the Rise of Skywalker when Rey buries the sabers on the Lars farm, but like we don't know the state of the rest of the planet at that point. So like is Boba still? I mean, that's 30 years later. I don't know how old he'd be by that point, but I don't know, man. I'm very interested to see what happens with Jabba's. I guess now we can call it Boba's palace, right? Because Jabba ain't alive anymore. So
he's the king around here.
He is the king. That's interesting to see what they do with him. What him and Fennec do with
yeah. Oh, I can't believe this is coming out this year. Actually,
yep.
That's so crazy to me. I'm excited.
Very, very excited. I can't wait, dude. I'm gonna be all for it. I'm gonna be there, bro. All there, watching it all.
I want that poster. I want that on my wall.
That is a cool poster, yeah.
All right.
And we have a teaser trailer for House of the Dragon, the Game of Thrones spin-off. So Hannah, did you watch much of Game of Thrones when that was the thing?
Yes, I love Game of Thrones.
Excellent. So did you like the way that it all ended?
No, I hated it.
I'm with you.
Yeah, we're all on the same page then. That I hated the way that it ended. Because I'm gonna be honest, like I was like enjoying the show, but I think it got to a point where like they ran out of like source material and stuff to adapt from the books, and they just started like making up their own like fan fiction bullshit that just did not work out
They
that well.
rushed it. They rushed it for
that too.
sure.
Like the last 2 seasons had shorter episode seasons, right? Like all of them were like 10 episodes a season until the last 2. They're like, all right, this one's only gonna have like what 9 or whatever, and the last one ended up having like 8 or 7 or something like that. And it was like, I know that at one point they were gonna be signed on to do some Star Wars stuff. So it's like, oh, they're giving up on Game of Thrones because they're gonna go work on Star Wars. But then guess what? They never worked on Star Wars to begin with. Anyway, so they fucked up Game of Thrones for no reason at all. For no reason. But anyway, that's a topic for a whole nother day. Josh and I have talked about our dislike of the way that Game of Thrones ended enough, I think. But anyway, so House of the Dragon, they released a teaser. This one, I definitely am more I'm more optimistic about because it's different showrunners. It's not the same people that worked on Game of Thrones. It's a whole new different show. They actually have the completed source material, I believe, to pull from, so they can just adapt it, properly and like, they have some pretty interesting casts in this as well, like with Matt Smith and whatnot. So let's go ahead and check this out.
I was awake when this dropped, by the way. This dropped at like 6 in the morning, and I was like, it dropped strange really time for it to drop.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna film my reaction to this, and I did.
I saw you react to it. I was like, that boy was still awake when this shit dropped. I was awake too.
I was still awake. You know why though? Because I was watching Midnight Mass, and then like I was like, dude, at nighttime I do so much shit. I multitask, dude. Like I had already stopped playing New World, so don't worry about that, everybody. I stopped playing that shit already. Okay, I know I've been playing it a lot, but chill. I was watching Midnight Mass, and I was like, gathering like just like notes and stuff for today, and like just looking at like just doing different things. I'm like, oh shit, they dropped this and like another thing that we're gonna talk about right after it. So I was like, you know what?
Right.
Fuck it, dude. I'm gonna react to the fucking Game of Thrones thing like right now, and I'll throw it up right away. So
well, guess what, guys? You're getting my live reaction right now. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Gods, kings.
I think it's cool that like this is like set in the past, like 200 years before and whatnot. So that'll be neat.
And blood.
Some of these characters they have here is pretty cool. Like,
oh, that armor looks cool. Just a glimpse.
Yeah, right. That little duel there, like 37 seconds or whatever. Really, really cool. I use that as my thumbnail because I'm like, that looks cool.
Dragons did.
And then they're like jousting and shit, and they're like, I don't know. Again, I said this in my reaction. I don't know what the hell's going on. I haven't read the books or nothing, so I don't know what's going on. But it's cool seeing more Targaryens. Also, in my reaction, I totally missed that there was that. I was like, you know what? I was like, how are you gonna call this show House of the Dragon and not show us a fucking dragon in the teaser? I was so wrong though. I looked at it again, and there is a glimpse of a dragon at like, hold on, at like 17 seconds or 18 seconds. That is a fucking dragon right there, and I didn't even see it the first time. It's like one of those quick things. I thought it was, to be honest, I thought it was the throne with the teeth, bro. I was like the teeth of the dragon, that's the throne, and I didn't even like think of it like as that's the like that's the actual fucking dragon right there. So I'm like, okay. That's cool.
There's also like a glimpse on one of the horses. There's a Stark logo. The wolf is on one of the horses.
Yeah. I've seen people talking about that as well. I was very so in Game of Thrones, I was very Team Stark. I was Ned was my boy, all right? So you can imagine my heartbreak of season 1 when both of my favorite characters, Bobby B Robert Baratheon, the king, and Ned Stark, they both fucking die at the end of season 1. I was like, my boys, oh no, my 2 favorite characters, they're dead. Oh god, those are my boys, man. Like, you watch the show,
fair,
I'm like, all right.
To be fair, you couldn't really get attached to anyone in that show.
That's true.
Because everyone
That's
fucking died.
Because what's his name? George R.R. Martin watched Gandalf die in Lord of the Rings at the end of the Fellowship, and he's like, you know what? This inspires me to kill off whoever the fuck I want. So I'm just gonna kill everybody off. Fuck you and your feelings, bitch. I'm gonna kill everybody. I don't care if they're a main character or not. But yeah, those are my boys, Ned and Bobby B, and they just both died. So I was Team Stark. So I know this is a Targaryen show, but I'm excited to see some Starks in this for sure.
Yeah. Also, I got a freeze frame. Look at this armor. I want this armor. I want it to fucking.
Yeah,
it looks so cool.
That shot was so cool. I was like, I gotta use that as my thumbnail.
I love the shield too.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that shield. Nice.
That looked good on the wall. Just saying. Just saying, I got a spot there somewheres for some more stuff. I'm cautiously optimistic. You know, I haven't felt the urge, and Daniel and I have talked about this, so I'm not gonna super go into it. But like, we haven't really felt the urge for Game of Thrones. Just ever since that the last series ended, just the way it ended. So I will obviously be checking this out, you know, and hopefully it can get some of that old spark back.
I'm sure it will. Like I said, this is a completely different show made by different people, and they actually have, the source material for it and all that stuff. So it can only, let's be real, after season 8, it can only go up. I mean, if it goes down, if it goes below that, I don't know what to tell you guys, man. But
no, for the first season, they threw all the money at this. They have to have a standard so fucking high that because they need it to succeed.
Yeah.
Like,
I will say that I was a little off put by Matt Smith in a long blonde wig.
In a wig, yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Matt Smith cosplaying The Witcher, or what was he doing over here? You know, like, what the hell's going on?
Toss a coin to your Targaryen.
Yeah, toss a coin to Doctor Who. Yeah.
So here's the thing: I don't even know him, like, because I've never watched Doctor Who. I haven't seen anything he's in. I don't know Matt Smith. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like, besides like Doctor Who, which is like I think the thing he's most known for. Like, I'm trying to think of other stuff that people would know about. He was in that one Terminator movie, I think, or was he? I don't know. That movie sucks.
Genesis.
Yeah, Terminator Genesis.
He was in The Crown. He had a big role in The Crown.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know he's in The Crown. I actually, for those of you listening or watching, I don't give a shit about the royal family, but The Crown is a really good show. Like, legit. Like, that show is great. Like, if you're like spectacle what am I saying? If you're like
I was taking my glasses off and it confused you.
Yeah, no, I'm just like it's almost like
I'm cleaning my spectacles.
You're saying it in your head, and then you're like saying it out loud, you're like, that doesn't make any sense. No, if you're like skeptical, that's the word I was looking for.
There you go.
If you're skeptical about the Crown because you don't care about the royals or anything like that, let me tell you, that show is still good though, because I don't care about the royals either, and I think it's great. So I definitely recommend that one to people for sure.
I hate my brain. I hate it.
What happened now? What happened?
No, I was just thinking about how you said spectacle, and all I could think is spectacle testicles while I watch. I'm fucking Austin Powers. I freaking hate my brain. What is wrong with me today? I have no idea what is going on.
Then just tell them, do I make you Randy, baby?
No.
Do I make you Randy? Do I?
No, let's... Anyway. Cautiously optimistic for this show. The armor looks cool. I want one of those shields. If I was the person working on that show, I'd steal one of those things. People take props all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
the last thing we got here is another thing they came out with for HBO Max, and that is a Peacemaker clip. So Hannah, I know you watched Suicide Squad, and from what you said, you were not a fan of it, right?
I liked the first one better.
Oh man, okay, interesting. That's actually really interesting because I know there's a lot of people. I think the majority leans the opposite way, but yeah, that's actually really interesting. I'm curious as to why. Like for me, I liked the Suicide Squad. I thought it was good.
Mhm.
You know, so I thought John Cena was pretty good as a Peacemaker as well for for what the character is. So they're making a spin-off show for him, and they dropped the clip, and this is what it is.
Let's watch this.
So let's check
It's
it
about
out.
a
real quick,
minute,
and we'll talk
minute
about it a little bit
long.
more afterwards. It's just a minute.
Did this
I have,
dipshit
audio
really
playing.
show up in full cosplay mode?
This is the guy Waller's giving
They got
us.
some of the other
I told
characters
you
from the
she's
Suicide Squad in
fucking
here.
us.
She's not fucking us.
Is that
You know, the
an
people in
eagle
the
his
some Amanda
backseat?
Waller's people in this.
She's fucking us.
Hey,
This dude just walks in the fucking restaurant with full
Why are
fucking
you in
gear
your
on
costume?
and the helmet on, and
Costume.
he's got
This
his
is a uniform.
super patriotic
It's brand
fucking
new, so
car in the back.
Stretch it out, make it more comfortable before you go on a mission.
maybe I'm stupid, but why would you even
They're-
want to
and
wear
they're
that
just
on a
shit talking
mission?
him as
A
he-
bright red shirt and white pants aren't exactly conducive to lurking in the shadows.
Strikes fear in their
Strikes
hearts.
fear in their hearts.
What people? The other people at the Village People tryout?
Why is there a bald eagle in your car?
It's eagle. You guys are rude without
His pet, his
Eagly
pet
is your
eagly,
pet
the eagle.
Yeah.
Is your dog named Doggy?
All right.
Do you have a daughter named Daughtery, bro?
Jealous of a guy's pet eagle?
So yeah, just a short little clip. Yeah, coming out January. That's also really soon too. You know, there's a lot of stuff coming out like that's like
Right.
you think is like later on next year, but it's like nah, man, this is coming out like within the
2022 is
next
like
several months.
It's like front loaded because everything got delayed, right? And it's all like gonna. I'm making weird hand motions. It's all gonna come out on. It
like
either
quarter
got
one.
delayed in January, February, or March, right? It's like those 3 months, and like it's just front loaded. Like it's the same for video games. It's
Yeah, there's a lot of
crazy.
stuff coming out early next year. It's kind of nuts, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that is all we have for TV. So we can move on to movie
Yes.
real quick. I got two quick things for movie, and then we can finally talk about some Donnie Darko,
All right.
which will be exciting. So we have here a official trailer for Disney's Encanto,
Encanto.
which is a pretty cool new animated movie coming out from Walt Disney Animation Studios. Takes place in the lovely country of Colombia, down in South
I'll try
America.
it.
So
Let's check this out.
yeah, let's check it out. I also reacted to this. In case you guys want to go check my initial reaction out, go over to my channel and check that out.
Our casita came to life with magic.
It's very colorful and vibrant, and like the characters.
Yeah, it's
seem
very
really. They're a very diverse group of people here, you know.
Was given their own magical gift.
And yeah, it definitely has those Coco vibes, Val. Yeah.
I very like how colorful it is.
And like each character has like their own like special like I don't want to say power, but like ability maybe like like Luisa's like strong, right? She's over here lifting shit and whatnot. And then like our main character, the main girl over here, is trying to figure out what her gift is.
You just healed my hand with
So she's trying to like discover her thing and like bring magic back to the world or whatever. I think is kind of be the vibe with this.
What's going on?
The magic is in danger. We gotta get out of here!
We must protect our home. We must protect our family.
This is my chance. I will save the magic. Wait, how do I save the magic?
Gotta save the magic, you bro.
Also, I don't know if this is Bruno sounds like fucking what's his name, John Leguizamo to me. I don't know if that's actually him though.
help you. The rats told me everything. Don't eat those.
Even in our darkest moments.
It is him. I just googled it.
Hey.
I knew it sounded like him. I was like, wait a minute, that sounds so much like him.
A lot of stairs. But at least
So this movie's coming out.
Nope, you flew away.
This movie's coming out on Thanksgiving and American Thanksgiving, yes. Because I have to make that distinction because Hannah's Canadian over here and their Thanksgiving is different from our Thanksgiving. But yeah, this movie's coming out on Thanksgiving from here in the States. Looks good.
Looks fun.
I usually like Disney animated movies though, so I think I'll enjoy that one as well. Hannah was about to whip out that attitude. I know, right? So I had to clarify. I'm like, the American Thanksgiving. Okay. Like we gotta be clear here.
Toiki Day.
Yeah, Toiki Day. Which to be honest, like I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think Thanksgiving is like probably the shittiest holiday of the year, dude. I'm gonna be real. Like it's just all you do is like eat. All you do is eat right that day, right? Like it ain't.
Have you seen me, bro? I love eating.
Like I said, that's just my opinion, dude. I think Thanksgiving is kind of a whack holiday. That's
actually. And no, the whole other.
I don't blame people. I don't blame people for liking it though, because for food or whatever. But yeah,
I don't know if I have a favorite holiday. I just kind of like them all.
All right. The other thing that we have here is Ridley Scott says that the Gladiators has an update on the Gladiator sequel. Which did you know there was a Gladiator sequel in the works?
I've been hearing about this shit for years.
Yeah, it's been in the works for years.
Fill us in, Daniel. What is the Gladiator? What is Ridley Scott got to tell us, to teach us here?
The update is that the script is being written now. And that he will begin to focus on this after he's finished filming the Napoleon drama Kit Bag. But he says that it's in the process of being written and it's inching close to the top of his priority list. It was first announced in November of 2018 that it was slated to follow Lucius, the son of Lucilla and the nephew of Commodus. Both Lucilla and Lucius were saved by Maximus from the Roman Emperor before the Gladiator passed on to be with his own slain family. So I heard as well that the sequel was going to be like 20 years later, focusing on the kid. But apart from that, there hasn't really been much information. But yeah, it's been in the works for a very long time. They've been wanting to continue the story for a long time, but I guess they just hadn't gotten to it, and they're it's gonna start getting into actual priority here. So not only is it gonna be like 20 years later in real life, but it's like 20 years later in universe too for the movies. So I mean, I know a lot of people are skeptical about this, and to be fair, I mean, yeah, it's been a long time since the movies come out. But I mean, listen, we're having like 5 Avatar movies coming out here, and then the first one came out like 2009. All right, I think we'll be okay.
We get,
you know what I mean?
We get movies that are period pieces all the time. They're just almost like it's not that out of the realm. Yeah, we follow this other character, and it's very loosely connected, right? Like,
yeah.
So for me, it's not that strange. It's strange if they get if they started bringing back like characters dead, like if they stepped into the realm of gods and started being weird like that. Because I've heard rumors about that previously. That were very strange. I don't think they are gonna do that at all. That'd be fucking weird.
That would be really weird. I don't think they're gonna do that. But I'd be curious to see what they do. Like the whole like focusing on Lucius 20 years later thing. Like I could see it being like really like not good, or I can see it being good, like really good. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It just depends on. I think it depends on like who they cast as Lucius and like what they do surrounding that. I don't know. It's kind of.
Are they gonna call it Gladiator 2? Is he gonna become a gladiator? If he becomes a gladiator and they call it Gladiator 2, then I'm probably gonna have a problem with this movie. Because this is weird at that point. You know what I mean?
What? You wouldn't be happy if they call it Gladiator 2 Electric Boogaloo or something like that?
No. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. Like that's the only weird thing for me.
Or what if they call it You Can Be a Gladiator 2?
How to be a
two is like a,
gladiator?
2, like, does that make sense?
How to Train Your Gladiator 2.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's like Terminator 2, but Gladiator.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, there's just a little bit of a Gladiator update. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got for today, though, for news.
That's your news, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm sure we got other stuff, but I think that'll be it for that. We need to. We're probably gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, it'll be Donnie Darko time, baby. Donnie Darko time.
All right. I'm going to give us a quick break. I'm going to put up the music, and we'll be right back after this. I need to put up we're going on break, killing time, 1 second, hitting buttons, and here we go. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Clockwork Cantina. We're going to get into the second half of our show, Donnie Darko, not Danny Darko.
Donnie.
I said Danny because I was looking at you, Daniel, and I was thinking Danny, which is stupid. But now what I was thinking was I need to get this text thing up so I could put up spoilers. Is what I was thinking.
All right.
All right, let's get over here. But yeah, I hope you had a good break, guys. Is this the right text? It is. Hang on, here we go. Now discussing Donnie. Why is my cap lock on? Hell no, get out of here. Donnie Darko. Make sure I spelled that right. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, so throw it up there. There we go. All right. How do we want to start this off, Daniel? How do we usually do this?
So, first of all, I think we should. I mean, I think I think everybody knows the answer to this now, so we should just go ahead and get it out of the way. So we both watched the movie for the first time. Josh, did you like it?
Yes, I did like it. I did like it.
Yes.
Yes.
I also really liked it. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 2001 flick. This came out, I want to say, actually, I don't know when it came out, but a quick search says January 19th. So this is a 20-year-old movie now. Officially, this is a 20-year-old movie. So that's cool. I definitely, I don't think I remember hearing much about it. Like at the time, like there was just like so many other movies that were like out that I remember hearing about. Like obviously Harry Potter and like Lord of the Rings and a bunch of other shit. But like I don't remember hearing much about this. And then I think there was a good point brought up by Hannah, who's here with us, and she was saying that this movie deals with a plane accident, and we know what year this movie came out in. So I think that was a pretty big deterrent for some people in regards to watching this movie.
Yeah.
So that I hadn't even thought of that until she brought that up. And I was like, you know what? That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, I did think about that. As I watched the movie and I saw the airplane and the engine and stuff, I was like, what year did this come out? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh,
yeah,
right.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a really good movie. I also It was kind of like shorter than I thought. Like I thought it was gonna be a little bit longer, but I thought it was. I think it was pretty good. Like the pace went well, and like there wasn't any moment where I was like bored or like I was like, man, let's keep this moving. Like I think it flowed pretty well for me at least. Like
Yeah, I agree.
I thought it was good in that regard. Also, I did not realize the cast of this movie, dude. Like you got fucking I didn't know Drew Barrymore was in this at all. I didn't know Patrick Swayze was in this. I knew that Maggie and Jake Gyllenhaal were in this, but I didn't know like much else beyond that. I know that at some point there would be a rabbit dude joining. I knew that, but like I
I
didn't.
knew I've seen the gif of the rabbit before on places.
That's one of the things that even if you haven't seen the movie, I think that there's some kind of rabbit dude in here somewhere. Yeah.
And I knew Swayze was in here, and I knew he played a sleazeball. But that's from.
I didn't even know that.
That's from watching documentaries with Swayze after he passed away. That it was like, yeah, he liked being in Darko, even though he played like this fucked up character. Yeah. Seth Rogen's in this movie. Oh my god,
Seth
dude!
Rogen, dude. That shit was I was like, yo, he's in this.
I thought it was so funny because we've been talking about Rogen a little bit. I didn't realize Drew Barrymore was in this. I didn't realize that until like
I had no idea she was in
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like Ashley Tisdale's, and I had like, it's like, dude, what? So I was watching this on Amazon Prime, where you can like move your mouse to the side and it'll tell you like information about what the hell is on screen or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, what? This is fucking bonkers, dude. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Another thing, I love the soundtrack to this movie. It's really good. There's a lot of bopping slappers, as the kids would say. There's a lot of good music in here. Like immediately, bro, they start off with like Killing Moon and shit. I was like, oh, that's
yeah. My favorite thing about the first song, that Killing Moon, is by Echo and the Bunnymen. So like it just plays in so well with like the entirety of the movie.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah. It's so great. And that's a great song, yeah. And then I also, another thing I didn't know about this movie is that it was set in '88, right? Like I didn't know it was in the '80s. I thought it was like modern time, which at the time was early 2000s. So I thought it was set in the 2000s, but it's like no, we're in 1988. I was like, oh shit, we're in the '80s, baby. That's why this music is slapping. It's bopping, bro. This you know what I mean? Like it's just like each song that they play, it was like Killing Moon, Head Over Heels, fucking The Notorious by Duran Duran, like fucking Love Will Tear Us Apart, Joy Division, like, and then like Mad World, it's like damn, dude, like it was just like banger after banger. I was like, this is so good.
The fucking ending with Mad World is crazy. I love how it ends.
Yeah,
it's so good. So yeah, guys, we like the movie.
Yeah, and so this movie like won me like over like right at the beginning when they're at the dinner table, and then fucking Jake Gyllenhaal calls Maggie Gyllenhaal fuck ass. And
I've seen that. I think I've seen a gif of that before.
They're just like, go suck a fuck. He's like, you suck a fuck. That shit. That was the best. The movie won me over at that point, right at the beginning. It's so good, dude. I can't believe I hadn't seen that before. I'm like, how did I miss this? For 20 years, bro.
Real sibling
shit, bro. How have I missed this? It's so
please,
good.
Lilith, tell me, how does one exactly suck a fuck?
Yeah, it's so fucking good. It's so damn good. The movie won me over then. I was like, it's only gonna get better from here. So yeah, that was so good. And again, I didn't know it was set in 1988. So that was also good. Talked about how solid the cast is. There's some pretty hilarious hilarious moments like that in this, like the whole what's her name, Mrs. Farmer, with the whole sparkle motion stuff. That stuff kills me, man. Oh
I really
man.
question your commitment to sparkle motion, or whatever she says. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, who says that?
Yeah. And then like right before they're about to perform, right? At the like the big event where they're like gonna go perform and whatnot, all the girls. She's like,
Mhm.
oh, if you feel like throwing up, just swallow it. That
Yeah,
like got me dying too. I was like, God
yeah,
damn,
that's
lady.
nasty.
Yeah, right. I really question your commitment to sparkle motion. That's too good, man. That lady was something else, bro. Like, holy shit. That man. Oh, that's so good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh oh man, so good. And then
Yeah.
so a funny fact about this is that Hannah has said that she's dressed up as Donnie Darko at Halloween for Halloween for years now. Ain't that right, Hannah?
Yeah, that's my go-to costume. I've got the little skeleton onesie and the gray hoodie, and that's what I wear.
That's so good.
Honestly, if I couldn't find anything, if I didn't already have my costume, I was like, I'd be the bunny. I'd totally wear the bunny costume.
You'd be your boy Frank, whose name
I'd be Frank.
His name of his father and his father before me. That really was like that's like super Star Wars than my father before me. That it hit me that way. But yeah, that's the Reeboks. Yeah, get you them Reeboks. Fucking, what about Homeboy dressed up as Hulk Hogan, dude? Like what you think of that guy dress?
I saw him and was like, is he trying to do Hogan? I'm like, is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh man.
So I knew nothing
Fucking,
about Donnie Darko, so I didn't even realize like it happens at Halloween, and I just thought. I didn't know anything, right? I was just like, there's a weird demon bunny for some reason. And I didn't even realize like that was going to play out the way it does. Like, it's so trippy.
Oh yeah, this movie is definitely trippy.
And I will be honest, I went on YouTube after this movie was over and typed in Donnie Darko explained, right? Because I needed some help. I'll admit to needing some help. But I got watching the movie, I got most of it, but there's like little things, right? Like that's like I wanna understand.
Yeah, like such as what? Like what some of the stuff? Like
well, like Frank being alive but also like dead and like a demon-y ghosty type character with Donnie, right? Like I was always confused on how like the time travel and like the ghost, the demon, the whatever, the bunny. Like, how did that work? How come he's like there before death? And then when you read into it, like it's explained quite a bit in like the philosopher's guide to time travel or whatever, and people have like broke that down and stuff on YouTube. There's a lot of info on YouTube, by the way. There's videos and you can look stuff up about it because there's like alternate universes and time and stuff like that. Because it was like this is really cool and I really enjoyed it. I just want to understand it more because like I want to know more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I stuff like that. Would recommend this movie to people if they've never seen it. Like, go check it out because like.
So J Dubs in the chat says the director's cut explains a little bit more about the time travel, but they rearranged the music. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I did not watch the director's cut.
Yeah,
I watched the regular.
I watched the regular one on Amazon.
And then I heard the director didn't even really like the director's cut. I think when I was reading it, like some trivia or something.
Oh, really?
I think that's what I read. Like they were kind of like
the director was Richard Kelly, by the way. For those wondering, I'm sure you probably know who it is if you're watching this stuff. But yeah, no, I haven't seen the director's cut. Obviously, I just watched the normal one, and that's kind of weird. Why would they rearrange the music on the director's cut? It's kind of that's. Do you know the reason why, Hannah, or no?
I have no idea why. No, I just know it doesn't start with Echo and the Bunnymen, and it's the most disappointing thing.
That you lose me on that, man. You gotta keep Echo and the Bunnyman with some Killing Moon, man. Come on. Because that literally is perfect. Because fucking Echo and the Bunnyman, there's a fucking rabbit dude in the movie. Like, come on, like come on, director's cut. What are you doing? What are you fucking doing over there? Nah, but yeah, there's like so much quotable shit in this movie too. Like the whole what's the point of living if you don't have a dick thing was kind of funny.
I was literally
too.
sitting here thinking of that line. That's such a good quotable line,
dude. They say some just some fucking
the whole
crazy
Smurf.
shit.
The whole fucking Smurf conversation was hilarious.
The Smurfette fucks talk was so fucking hilarious, dude. Smurfette he doesn't, she wouldn't be in the gangbang. Like they brought her in for, there's an evil fucking thing of Gargamel, and she, the innocent way of the Smurfette life changed her around or whatever. That whole fucking thing, bro.
It's so funny.
That shit was hilarious. Oh my god.
One of my favorite scenes is the gym class when the spectrum, the fear and love spectrum, and Donnie's this doesn't make any sense, and he tells her to shove it up her ass.
And then she talks to the mom, right? And then I think she goes something like, he told me to insert the book into my anus or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit is too funny, dude. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that whole the love and fear thing, that lady is something else. Like she's a big part of this movie, and man, it's just
I love that Donnie's the one that rebels against that. It's like you can't just put it in one or the other. There's a whole range of what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm they act like he's crazy throughout the whole movie. God, he's the most sane fucking person in this movie. Compared to some of these other people, it's all, you can't just do it's not just love or fear. It's the whole range, bro.
there's a lot of,
and I just as I watched, I sat there and thought this is what being a teenager growing up is like. You're supposed to be you're being taught by teachers, but you're also supposed to challenge them a little bit as you kind of come into your own. But yeah,
No, I got you. Yeah.
This movie made me feel a range of emotions.
A range.
Yeah, from from laughing to being even sad at the end. I was sad.
Josh, I have a love and fear chart for you here.
A range. A whole range. You can't just be one or the other. Whole range, okay? And I'm not gonna insert that into my anus either. So don't tell me that either, okay? Get out of here.
We got Joshy Dark over here defying the authority, the authoritative. Oh man.
Oh god, I love when he gets up there on stage and calls Swayze's character on his bullshit.
Oh yeah, that moment was.
I think you're fucking evil. I love that part. Also, when Frank took the hat off, the head off, the bunny hat.
You see his eye?
Yes, I saw his eye, but I was also like, where do I know this actor from? It's for and where I know him from is Independence Day, of all things. Yeah, he plays Miguel, one of the characters. Oh god, what's his name? Randy Quaid's stepson or son in that movie, and I was like, you know this guy? What do I know him from? And I was like, oh, it's Independence Day. I know him from Independence Day. And I was like, he's in this? I didn't realize Frank took the hat off in the movie. I just thought he was gonna be Demon Bunny the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure about that either.
The movie theater scene is really good. The "Why are you wearing that stupid man suit" is a very quotable line. And they're watching Evil Dead.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. It was really cool. Like even when he's walking out the theater, you see the poster on the side there. I was like, oh, that's nice. That's cool. Fucking Demon Bunny, yeah. What'd you think of the whole like when you got what's his name, Jenna Malone's character? What's her name in the movie? It's the girl that Donnie likes.
Gretchen?
The new girl. Is that her name, Gretchen?
I think it's
so
Gretchen, right?
when Gretchen walks into the class, right, and then Drew Barrymore's like, sit next to the boy you think is the cutest.
I think that's absolutely cruel. I think that's such a cruel thing to do to
It's like,
teenagers.
damn, right? I was like, oh shit. Like, I was just picturing like, what if like in a real life situation, like how fucking weird would that be, man?
Or yeah.
It's like damn, Drew Barrymore, like she just got here. She's new. Like come on. And then she like made the other girl get up out the seat. It's like, get up. She's like, okay. And she
yeah, no,
like,
that was like the best part. It's like move. I was like, what?
Like, oh damn.
And so that made me like not know how I was supposed to feel about Drew Barrymore's character. Like, because I'm like, is she gonna be a jerk? Is she gonna be like, the stereotypical teacher that's an ass? And just a jerk to students that's kind of given up on students and is just kind of there. Yeah, that scene is like
that's definitely an awkward and weird moment. Like it would be so fucking weird in like real life, man. I'd be like, oh god, don't do this now. Please don't do it.
Yeah.
Because I gotta go. I'm sorry. Run classroom.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, I let me look at this paper here. Like, it doesn't have anything on it, but I'm still gonna leave anyway. Bye. Okay, bye. I don't like this teacher. No, but yeah, there's, and then like one of the things that I want to talk about was like when like Donnie would like look around and he'd see like the stuff moving out of like people's chests and shit,
Yeah,
like when he saw like his dad going over to the fridge for like a beer and then like we went all the way to the fridge and whatnot.
The like future bubbles or whatever. That's what I call them.
What did they call those? Like
when they talk about it when he's talking to the science teacher.
Was the liquid workers or no? Is that it? No. But anyway, that was part of some of the trippy shit in this movie that like I was like, okay, I didn't quite expect that kind of stuff to be in here either, but yeah, that was pretty crazy to see that, just like how like he would look around, he would see things like that happen. And man, another weird thing for me too was like when Donnie's talking to the therapist lady and he starts reaching down his pants. I'm like, oh
yeah,
dude.
I was like, Jesus.
I was like, Donnie, don't, bro. No.
When he says, I don't think about fucking my family, I always crack up. I always crack up.
It's funny.
That's gross.
I'm thinking about, what do you think about when you're in school? I think about girls a lot. And it's like, fucking hell. So I'll think about fucking. I'm like, oh my god, dude, that shit. This movie is like, I don't know, like, I guess it's supposed to be like intentional, right? But man, I that shit is hilarious. The humor in this movie is like, I did not expect this movie to be as funny as it is. Because goddamn, I think it works so well in its favor. Like it's so.
If it didn't have the humor to it, it would be so much harder to watch, I think, because it'd just be so much darker, right? Like if it didn't have the humor in there to lighten you up, like you would leave this movie very depressed and sad. One of my favorite lines is from Gretchen. She's like, Donnie Darko, that sounds like a superhero name. And he's like, how do you know I'm not?
Oh yeah.
Because he basically has superpowers through the movie. Like, it's
true. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the humor in this movie. I thought it was
got
really,
Patrick
really
Swayze's kitty porn dungeon. That would always.
Oh my god, yeah. Fucking Swayze. That's too funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that earlier. About when he's like at the assembly thing and he's just like going off on Patrick Swayze's character. Yeah, Josh was mentioning how he particularly like that for sure.
Yeah, no, I do. I love that part because it's like anybody could go up there and stop him, but they don't. Donnie just unleashes on like everybody up there.
He just goes off, man.
Like nobody wants to make a move. Sorry.
So that's something I think about too. Is like the teachers obviously know that he's unstable, but they let him fucking go up on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hold on, let me call out this motherfucker real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Oh my god. So little thing, every time they showed the Patrick Swayze, like the video of him playing and the music plays, all I could think of is the Mario 64 underwater level music. Because that's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like that to me. Go listen to that track on Donnie, go watch a clip of that in Donnie Darko and then pull up the Super Mario 64 underwater level music. And tell me that shit does not sound the same, because it sounds almost exactly the same to me. You know, the little infomercial little tune they have playing in the background. Like, I was like, I feel like I know this music. It's similar to it. It's not a rip of it, obviously, but it's like, it just sounds just like it to me.
Yeah, it reminded you of that. I gotcha.
And I was gonna bring that up.
That's yeah. There's just so much like, yeah. I can't believe I fucking haven't seen this movie until now, dude. Like what happened?
Yeah, it's like every moment of that movie is just like pure gold. Like when the
really
basement
is.
when the basement floods in the school and they're telling the kids at the bus stop that they don't have no school. The little girl's like, yeah, the boys' locker room flooded with feces. Like, what's a feces? And it's like baby mine.
No, that shit was so funny. I was like, oh, these poor children.
Oh, that's so good.
Mm-hmm.
When Seth Rogen's like, I like your boobs. It's like, what the fuck?
That's his first line. I like your boobs.
Who the fuck just says that, bro? Like, what are you doing, dude?
And all I could picture was him laughing as Donkey Kong after that.
Whatever the fuck, however his fucking laughs.
Oh, bad.
I can't do his laugh, but that was my attempt.
Yeah.
I just ever since he was announced to be in the fucking Mario movie as Donkey Kong, have you guys seen that video of him just like somebody like edited like Donkey Kong like from like a I forget what it is, but it's like some kind of animated Donkey Kong, and he's like supposed to be laughing, and they put audio over it, and it's fucking Seth Rogen's laugh because he's gonna be playing Donkey Kong in the new movie, and that shit had me dying when I first saw that, dude. It's so hilarious. It is so hilarious. But anyway, yeah, like I like your boobs. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what the hell? Oh man, yeah, this movie is like legitimately hilarious. Like, I'm telling you, that like opening dinner, you know, the table scene with Jake and Maggie Gyllenhaal was fucking hilarious, dude. Too good, man. It's just too fucking good.
I also really love the casting there that they got the Gyllenhaal siblings to do it. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
There's a moment. There's a moment toward the end of the movie where she's asleep in a chair and Donnie goes over and kisses her on the head, like, and then like that moment makes me so sad. Like, as weird as it is, it's like it's so sweet and nice and sad at the same time because you kind of know what's coming a little bit, that something bad's gonna happen. Yeah, it's very bittersweet. Because all we really saw kind of like early on was we saw them argue at the table with the whole suck a fuck shit. And then
yeah, that to me that's like fucking classic, dude. I love that shit. It was so fucking funny.
Yeah. And then here after the party he comes back after all the shit that's happened through the night because of all the horrible shit that's happened after this Halloween party, and he gives her a little. It felt like such a sibling thing to do, which it is. And it made me sad. I don't know. It just made me sad. The movie made me sad because I feel like it's always building toward like this ultimate ending that's going to end sadly to me throughout the whole movie, even though there's those moments of humor.
Speaking of the ending, or the movie ending sadly, fucking, you wanna know what I was like? I made this face legit. I was like, when the kid was talking to her to Gretchen at the end, he's like, "Oh, who was?" He's like, "My neighbor just died." He's like, "Oh, who was it?" It's like, "Donnie Darko. Did you know him?" She's like, "No." I'm like,
I know that hurts. That hurts.
I was like, "Damn, that's crazy." That shit. I legit was like, "Wow." That's a fucking ending, dude. And then yeah, of course you have like Mad Roll and shit playing in the background and whatnot. And
as people wake up from these dreams they've had, crying and all this stuff. Like a lot of this stuff is explained on the internet because like people have, because it's in the Philosopher's Guide to Time Travel, the book. That apparently they included in director's cut, so apparently like that's the reason like there's a text out there for this that explains stuff, and people are able to like, after these tangent universes and things end up merging back together, people will have memories of their old like that can kind of split off. They'll still kind of have like those feelings deep down inside that something bad happened and like kind of remember it apparently. This Donnie Darko's universe is complicated. like there's a lot to it, and without a YouTube video to explain it to me, I probably would have never understood it completely. But I was like, I want to go into this episode and be kind of informed on what the fuck is going on.
I like how they did the scene of showing everyone he had affected at some point in the sequence at the end. It was cool, like seeing Frank touching one of his eyes and all that. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, just like you go to the end, it's like, what the fuck is going on? You know, like some kind of alternate bullshit is occurring right now. I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't know him? Like what? But yeah, that was yeah, what a movie, man. It is really good. Like I'll have to check out the just get high enough and you'll understand it. All right. I'll have to check out the director's cut, and then we'll smoke a doob while we're doing that. You know what I mean? maybe I'll understand.
We're not talking about Smurfs when that happens, though. I tell you that. Yeah.
But Smurf, this Smurfette fucks though, dude. Let's get that straight, all right?
Papa Smurf doesn't fuck her. He beats off to the video like that fucking line. That fucking line. I was like,
what the conversation is too damn funny, man. Like, oh
somebody actually thought about this. What was so funny to me.
Yep. That is so fucking hilarious to me, man. God damn. That's so funny.
Everybody was so mad to was it Charita Chin? I feel bad for her throughout the whole movie.
At one point, dude's like, "Go back to China, bitch." I was like, "Oh, that's
fucking fuck you, dude."
They probably couldn't do that nowadays, huh? Probably couldn't say that now.
Yeah, it breaks my heart because Donnie's like the only one that stands up for her, and then like at close to the end, she drops like her notebook, and it's like she's got the heart with Donnie Darko in it. It fucking breaks my heart.
And he says what he says. It's like, one day it's gonna be all right, or okay, or whatever he says, and it's just like, I love him. Like, I wanted to hug him. I was like, thank you for being a good person, Donnie. Thank you, because so many people are so mean and cruel to each other.
Huh?
Yeah, they're so horrible to each other, and like Donnie is like, he's crazy and he's doing crazy shit, but like he's got a heart at least, right?
And like nothing he really does is like doesn't have like a negative impact on
right.
Like, he burns the guy's house down, but like he turns he's a fucking piece of shit. So like is it really right? So
yeah.
Yeah, he had to do it for Frank, because if he didn't do it for Frank, he'd be left alone, right? Like he was, that's what he was saying to the therapist, man. It's like, damn. Yeah, That's so, man. Yeah, I'll have to check out the director's cut again some more time, just so even just to see how like different the two versions are. You know, like I'm already gonna be disappointed going into it by not hearing Killing Moon and some of the other music, but you know, I just be curious to see like what the difference is between the two. You know,
There's also a sequel, but like
oh,
I don't think it contributes much to the story. So
okay, yeah, because I think I think there was some talk about this yesterday or the day before,
I
yeah, it's
looked
called
into it. It's not
and
even
yeah,
like
it's
wasn't even
so
like approved by the original
so
creator or whatever. Too.
yeah,
it's
no,
not
it's called
it's not
S
like a
Darko. It's about
S
Sam. It's
Dark.
about the younger sister.
Ah, S Darko. They didn't want to call it like Sammy Darko or something like that, you know? S Darko, 2009. Huh. Well, apparently it's not very good. So if the internet goes, it's got 1 star on Rotten Tomatoes, 13%. It's got 2 stars on IMDb. This is just off a quick Google search, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's unfortunate because I was wondering too, like how did they not make a sequel off this movie? Because this movie is like legit, like it's like really good. Like I think it's really really good. So I was like, how did they not? How did they not make a sequel of this? Because I hadn't heard about anything like that. I was just always like, you know, the Donnie Darko movie. That's all I ever heard about, and like
Yeah.
it's a bit of like a cult classic now, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, um, Under the Milky Way. That's another song I didn't talk about that was in this movie. When they're at the Halloween party, I believe, is when that plays.
I just want to say when Gretchen got run over by the car, my heart stopped. I was like, no, that's so horrible. I was like, they even showed it. I was like, no, why did you show me that? I didn't want to see that. It's
Because
so
they
bad.
want you to put it in the fear chart, Josh. And they love the
It
fear chart. They
hurt.
want you to put it on the fear side.
It was because I felt bad for Donnie, and she says Donnie, like she screams his name, like right before it happens, or she says his name. I don't know if she screams his name, but like it's
And like the
just
thing that like it's like Frank's coming to help them too, right? Like he's coming to help Donnie and Gretchen, and he ends up killing her, and it's just really rough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, this the Donnie Darko universe seems like it would be like perfectly set up to have, you know, sequels, right? Like you could do so many different things, but they didn't seem to do that. Didn't want to do that. They left it be its kind of art, other than like S Darko, which the original creator didn't want anything to do with or whatever. And
Well,
like,
yeah, that's what J-Dubs was saying. The original director wants nothing to do with the sequel and said he'll never watch it.
yeah.
Yeah, listen, Hannah says I don't need to watch it, so I'm not gonna watch it. Fine.
You'll
I
just be
trust her
disappointed.
judgment on this. Well, okay, then I will save myself that disappointment.
I think the only cool thing about S Darko is that it's the same actress that played Sam in the first one as like a grown up because she grew
older,
up.
yeah. Yeah. That is pretty cool, I guess. But I mean, if it's not good, then like, you know, unfortunate. Everybody's drinking stuff, but I'm out of water.
I'm sorry, I'm super thirsty.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, like, what are some other things that we want to discuss about this that we haven't already? Like for me, like again, the music is killer. The cast was solid. There's a lot of really quotable and funny stuff in this. Like, I mean, overall, I just had a great time watching this movie. Part of me, like, I thought it was gonna be like, I know I mentioned this earlier. I thought it was gonna be longer. Like, I kind of felt like it went by pretty quick. Like, how long is this movie in total? Like,
It's like almost 2 hours.
Yeah, it's like less than 2 hours. Like what? Like that's like I thought it'd be a little bit more than that. But like I said, I think like there wasn't any point in the movie where I'm like, man, this is boring or too slow. Like, can we like speed this up or anything? So
Yeah,
I
I
really
enjoyed the
enjoyed it.
whole way through.
I thought it flowed and paced pretty well. Um, so yeah, I have like literally like nothing super negative to say about this because
Yeah,
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I'm curious like if I would like it more than I already do off on like a rewatch because
mhm.
I already think it's pretty good, but like
I think that the second time is better.
it's better.
Yeah.
Mm,
Whenever I like show someone this, I'm like, just watch it again and like you'll understand it.
okay, I'll have to check that out. Do you think should I just rewatch this version again or should I watch the director's cut again?
I would say
Or
watch this for like the regular version again.
so just watch it again? Okay. I'll probably do that. Then I'll probably at some point rewatch this one, and then eventually down the line or whenever I'll watch the director's cut, just so I can see like what the differences are, apart from the disappointment of the music change. You'll probably connect the
Yeah.
dots better, maybe catch things you didn't notice. Yeah, I mean that seems to be the how it usually goes when you rewatch something, right? Like first time because it's always tough the first time because you're just like trying to like you know you're just trying to enjoy it and watch it like as you would for the first time with anything. On the second time, like you already know how things are gonna go, so you can kind of focus on other things in the background or whatever, like that you wouldn't necessarily do so the first time around. So that makes sense. That makes sense.
For me, the things I love most about this movie are just the dialogue and all the little things. Like when Donnie's sitting on his bed talking to his mom, and he says, how's it feel to have a wacko for her son?" And she's like, "It feels wonderful." Like I just love all those little small family moments that he has.
Yeah. And he's like, your
Um,
son just called me a bitch, He's like, and then the dad's like, you're not a bitch, but you're bitching. I thought that was
Shit was so funny.
Again, just the humor. I think it works so well for this movie, dude. Like, it's so good.
Another thing that hit me was like at the start when the jet engine first falls in Donnie's room and they're all sitting outside. I'm like, why is nobody crying? Why is nobody worried about Donnie? Like, you know what I mean? And then you get all the way to the end, and what happens at the end happens, and like they are all really upset and crying, and that kind of stuff. I just it's very interesting to. I want to watch this movie again as well.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to check it out on a second viewing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Any other interesting like bits of info or anything you wanna tell us about, Hannah, from the movie?
No, but my favorite line in the entire movie is every living creature on Earth dies alone. We never talked about Roberta Sparrow, so she's one of my favorite characters.
And how does that make you feel?
Yeah, the Roberta Sparrow character is like that's like I have the most questions about that because she's not explained. I mean, she's explained a little bit, like, but it's like I want to know her story more throughout the movie, and we never really get that at all. Like, if I was gonna do like a sequel to this, I'd do a prequel and do her story. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would do.
I think that would be really cool.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. That's kind of like all I have to say about it. Like, check it out if you haven't seen it, guys. I highly recommend.
If you haven't seen
do.
it, I don't know what you're doing here. Like, you should have like you should watch the movie and then come here and then
you should
watch this and talk about it. Because yeah, it's really good. It's very very enjoyable. I would say it's one of my favorite now Halloween-ish movies. Like it's up there for sure. Like it's really, really good. I liked it more than I thought I was going to. Like I just it worked all around for me. Like it was again, I can't believe it took me this long to watch it. Like I don't know why I waited so long to check it out. But anyway, we did, and we were able to do this and have, the Stig Nasty herself join us and talk about it, because I know she's a big fan of it. She's got like she sent me stuff of like she's got like Donnie Darko stuff on her wall and whatnot, and it would have been cool like if you like had like a picture of you like in the do you have a picture of you as in the Halloween costume for that?
Yeah, I do. I have it in front of those pictures too. I'll try and find it.
Excellent, yeah. So yeah, so we wanted to bring her on board because I know she's a big fan of this movie, and yeah, like who better to talk about this movie with than her? So oh, there it is. Look at that. I believe it's on her Instagram. That you can go. That picture is very cool. So so I didn't know that's what you meant when you were like, oh, I dressed up as this for Halloween. I thought, because when I think of like I dressed up as like Donnie Darko for Halloween, I'm thinking like the rabbit. I'm thinking of Frank, right? The rabbit dude. That's what immediately. So when you're like, no, I'm like Donnie Darko on Halloween for Halloween. I was like, oh, I got you now. I know what you're saying now. I understand. Because if you'd said that to me before watching the movie, I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I have no idea what that means. Donnie Darko on Halloween for Halloween. I'm like, what? But now that I've seen the movie, I got you. I understand now. I get it. So that's really cool. That's pretty dope. So, Josh, when are you gonna do the Frank costume with the bloody eye and the bunny suit?
Not this Halloween.
Well, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I know. We both got our stuff for this year already. Well, I mean, I'm still waiting on mine, but like like the ideas are down already.
Yeah. But maybe sometime in the future. That's I may live out Donnie Darko. I hope not.
I mean, I'd imagine it's not too difficult of a costume. You just gotta find a bunny suit somewhere, and then just fucking get some makeup to fuck your eye up, and be good to go, right?
Put a big fake bullet in my eye. But yeah, guys, I don't know if we have anything more we want to chat about, or if we want to end the show.
Where were you gonna put Hannah?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Anna.
What? I just put a link to a Frank mask.
Oh, do it again, so we can see it.
Oh, I didn't even realize it got deleted.
Yeah, so I was like, I can't see it. It's just three little stars. I'm like, oh no.
Oh, it won't let me.
Really?
It says you're.
Hang on.
Oh.
Now permit.
No, I got timed out now. So.
What?
I purged it for a second to clear it out. That's what I did. You should be able to talk now.
Oh, I didn't even see it at all. Like.
What the hell?
Weird.
It's not letting Hannah post anything. That's weird. Post it in our. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Let's see it. What is this? Oh, look at that thing. Look at that.
I purged you, Hannah, to clear your timeout. That's what happened. And then I gave you permission and you posted it and it still cleared. It's timed you out again for some reason. What the fuck? Also, that mask is disturbing. Yeah.
As somebody who wears glasses, I think it's pretty tough to try and find costumes that are like easy to do. So I feel like one where you were just wearing a mask or whatever would be pretty good. Although I don't know how long you want to be wearing that for, but like it still be kind of cool though.
If you had the Frank bloody eye, you'd want to carry the mask around anyways, right?
I suppose that's true. Yeah. Like I spent all this time doing my eye makeup. You gotta look at it. You gotta look at my fucked up eye. I spent time on this. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And just carry around the mask with you. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's a cool little cool idea for a costume there. That's not too difficult. I mean, let's see if we go on like Amazon and we look up like a bunny costume, like let's see.
They have like a Frank costume, a full one for like $300.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
So of course I go to Amazon, I look up bunny costume, and it's it's the sexy lady version. You got the bunny ears and the corset and the stockings and the all that good stuff that the ladies be wearing. I'm like, well, that's nice and all, but that's not the kind of bunny costume I'm looking for. Do I gotta search rabbit costume or what? What if I just put Donnie Darko costume? See what happens.
You can be.
Oh, there it is. Adult Donnie Darko costume. Donnie Darko, Frank Bunny.
You can be Frank the Playboy Bunny.
It is over here. It is $109.99. It's $110 for the full costume. If you wanna,
They have Donnie's Halloween costume on here as that he wore. That
there it is.
Hannah was dressed up as. Like that.
You got the skull suit and the gray hoodie. There it is.
That's an easy costume to pull off.
That's an easy one to make. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's some costume ideas for those of you out there. You still have time. Halloween's what, like 1, 2, 3 weeks away, 3 and like almost a half or whatever. I don't know. There's plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of time if you wanna get your costume game going here. I already know what I'm doing. I'm just waiting on my thing to arrive. Also, look at this cool shirt that I found. Anyway. But yeah, so we have anything else to say about the movie, or
I think I'm done.
Send her.
I think we're ready to do our goodbyes, guys.
You good, Hannah?
I already threw my notes in the garbage. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Bye notes.
All right. Okay. The way we'll do this is I'll do we'll do Daniel first. That way you can see how to do it, Hannah, and then we'll do you.
All right.
Daniel, you are up. You're on the main screen.
Right. Thank you, friends, for watching this episode of the Clockwork Cantina number 91. We're in the 90s now. That's crazy. Coming up for me, I'm gonna be playing a lot more New World on stream and off stream, and the Battlefield beta started today, so I'm gonna be playing some of that, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about that next week. What else? I'm gonna finish the rest of Midnight Mass, so I'll keep you guys up with that. We need to catch up on Heels as well, because I know there's an episode for that out. Didn't get to watch it this past week. We're gonna be finishing up What If, so that's coming up as well. So we're gonna be having some TV stuff to talk about here next week. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you, Hannah, for joining us. It was fun. We'll definitely have to bring you back on board next time, and hopefully next time we'll have some more prep time. Sorry, this time was kind of a little bit quick. I kind of messed up by I should just, because my idea was like bringing you on for like a whole different thing, but then I was oh wait, Donnie Darko, so I made the connection. But anyway, we'll have to bring you again some other time. Hope you had fun though. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Thanks again for watching. Peace out.
All right, Hannah, you're up. You're on the main screen. There you go.
Do I just say what I'm doing?
Yeah, say what you're up to. So anything you got coming up, any streams you got going on, all the stuff. Yeah, go for it.
All right, I am finishing Alien Isolation hopefully on Thursday this week. And then I'm just doing a bunch of indie horror games this month, so I'm super excited. So that's all on my Twitch channel. Yeah, that's really it. I don't know. I don't have a set schedule because I'm hoping to get a job. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
So the things might change, but I'm going to do all indie horror games this month. So
send her the good vibes for the interview that she just had earlier today.
Yeah, boy. All right.
But yeah, her Alien Isolation stuff is really good. Go check that out.
Yeah, make sure to check out her Twitter, her Twitch, all that stuff's over on the sidebar. I put it over there for you, so go check her streams and stuff out. Twitter out, Instagram out. All right, let me get up here on the screen. It's my turn. I'm king of this here castle. Not really. We're all in it together here, guys. Thank you everybody for coming out and checking out the stream and checking out Donnie Darko. Thank you to Hannah for coming on to the show last minute. We appreciate you being here. I know we've kind of put you on the spot, but it's fine. It was fun. It was a blast. Coming up for me, I don't have anything coming up. I don't have anything planned, scheduled. I'm trying to get my motivation back. It's a little low after that horrible migraine I had. There's something brewing. There's something D&D, though, going on in my mind, I think. And I'm thinking about writing it down. So keep an eye out if you're into the D&D stuff. We might talk about that in the future.
Frozen Decimation. Let's go.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I need to finish that, and then I have another idea.
Also, speaking of D&D, sorry, I know this is your time, Josh.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I might be doing a Halloween D&D one-off with another streamer friend of mine called OMG It's Whatever. She might be the DM, and she's gonna round up some streamers, and we might do a Halloween one-off or
hell yeah,
one shot. So that'll be fun. I'll let you guys know about that when I get a chance. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up real quick. So we're talking about D&D. Sorry about that, Josh.
No, you good, bro. Talk about your stuff. That's what we got it here for. Thank you for checking out the show. Not too much longer, and we'll be on episode 100. So make sure to be here for that. We may give something away. I don't know what.
Coming up soon.
We'll give one of us away. No, we'll give something away.
What?
No, I'm kidding. Thanks guys for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. I need to switch this thing. That's starting soon. Nope. We're ending. Bye.